Come through, man. We have more Play Studios drink champs. Let's go.
SB killer.
Beats in the hood.
It's your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this is Military Crazy War. Yabba yabba, make some noise! When we started this show, we said we wanted to interview legends.
Yes.
This man here is a legend. This man is an icon. He's the only person I know with an EGOT. I didn't even know what the fuck an EGOT was. I dropped out of 7th grade, goddammit. And this motherfucker got EGOT. He NAACP awards, nominated at least 49,000 times, 13 goddamn Grammys. This motherfucker's a legend on a legend, and his name is a legend. And in case you don't know who we talking about the one, the only, the impeccable, your motherfucking legend!
Yes.
Damn, you took a drink before me. You beat me to the point.
That's the intro I like to hear, man.
So what's going on? What brings you to Miami?
Man, I came to see y'all.
Oh, yeah? Oh, shit. Let's make some fucking
I was in New York doing press, and they were like, "You want to come down to Miami and do Drink Champs?" And
yes.
I was like, "It's about time.
Yes,
Let's come and do Drink Champs."
Yeah. So recently, you lent your skills and you sang for the fire department, but not only it's not a normal fire department. This was a fire department that was in prison.
Yeah. So I wasn't there to sing. I was just there to highlight what they're doing, to thank them, because these guys, they're currently incarcerated, and they volunteer for this program to fight fires in California, which California has a lot of fires, and so they train, they go hike up the mountains, go back up and back and forth and up and back and forth. And it's a crazy training program, but they grow so much through it. And they end up getting time taken off of their term in prison, and it improves their lives a lot. But we wanted to highlight what they're doing and thank them, and also advocate that they get paid better, that the conditions are still better for them, and they get more opportunities after they leave prison, so they can actually work as firefighters when they leave and other things like that. So I was there just to talk with them. I sat there, just building with them for like an hour, and then at the end, I sang like a verse of Ordinary People, and everybody's like, Young Legend just went and sang Ordinary People to the fire people. Like that was all I was doing there. Nah, I went there to talk to them, highlight them, thank them, advocate for them, and they were asking me questions at the end about my life and getting advice from me. And then at the end, they were like, John, will you sing for us? So I sang a little Ordinary People.
Some of the toughest people in the world love R&B. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the guy.
The thugs love R&B.
That's right. So let me ask you something. To me, you're a humanitarian. You're a people person.
Yeah.
How did you develop that type of, you know what I mean? Like you put people before you, like from outside looking in, the inside.
Well, I always thought that I wanted to be an artist. I always thought I wanted to sing for a living, but also always thought that the greatest artists that I looked up to were the ones that gave back. And if you look at Stevie,
Sidney Poitier, I feel like
Marvin Gaye, Sidney Poitier, Paul Robeson, Nina Simone, Aretha Franklin, Harry Belafonte, all of these artists, they were successful as artists. They were huge artists, sold a lot of records, sold a lot of concert tickets, and then they were also funneling money to Dr. King to make sure that the movement was going forward. They would fly and meet him at these marches and bail him out of jail. And so I always looked at being an artist as partly not just being an artist for myself, but using the platform to give back and to be a humanitarian. Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna get straight to it. It was like Trump was your nemesis.
I feel like he's the nation's nemesis.
Because
he's not mine.
Because when he ran against Hillary, you was on Hillary's side.
Yeah.
He ran against Kamala, and you was on Kamala's side.
Ran against Biden, I was on Biden's side. You know, if Trump is running, there's a good chance I'll be against him.
Right. Do you think he follows you on Twitter secretly?
Well, I'm not on Twitter anymore.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm on all the other
Black
ones.
Twitter. It's not good.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's horrible.
It disappeared.
No, whenever I'm having too much of a good day, I just go on Black Twitter and I just let them roast me.
He loves Twitter.
Listen,
you gotta jump on fan base. You gotta get fan base.
Fan base, yes.
Fan base? What's that, the OnlyFans?
Isaac Hayes' son.
No, Isaac Hayes the third. He has a fan base. He started. It's a black-owned. There's a couple other ones that are, but all of them are kind of smaller than Twitter used to be. Right. And then a lot of people left Twitter. I left Twitter, and I think a lot of people are gone from it. So there's not really one place where everybody is. I do most of my communicating on IG, but even that, I don't really do as much of what I used to do on Twitter.
Right.
Yeah.
But you think Trump secretly follows you on IG?
Well, I would say he was. The only time he really acknowledged us when he was president, the first time, I did this criminal justice reform event at Sing Sing in New York. And so we went up there to the prison, and we were meeting with the inmates, and we're just having a conversation about reform and everything that we work on. And for some reason, on a Sunday night, the president of the United States was watching the show, and he was mad that we didn't say enough about him, give him enough credit, because he passed one criminal justice reform bill. And he was upset, and so he was like, that boring singer John Legend and his filthy mouth wife Chrissy.
Oh my God!
Really?
Damn.
And Chrissy wasn't even there, so I don't know why she catches strays. But I'm like, why are you watching this show? You're the president. Like, don't you have something better to do? But no, he likes to watch. He likes to watch cable news. I don't know what he's doing on Twitter, but I think he's on his own app. He got his own app now.
Yeah, he does.
He got his own app?
Yeah, he started.
Yeah, he has his own app.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'll be seeing him on X a lot.
Well, his boy owns it now, so
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to get political, because I'm gonna bounce around.
We'll talk about everything.
But here's this crazy, right? Years ago, rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Years ago, Irv Gotti, Jay Prince, Suge, and I forget who was the other. It was the one other.
Jay Prince,
Suge, Irv Gotti.
Was there somebody else? I don't think there.
Dame.
Oh, was Dame?
I believe Dame. Yeah, Yeah, I believe Dame was down. And these were these powerful black men that was getting together. People automatically said, this is Illuminati. Right now, in our face. They met in private. Yeah. Just because they couldn't get it together, and from what I heard. But you seeing Elon Musk.
Yeah.
With Dana White. With Joe Rogan. This is fucking Illuminati. If it's not the fuck in your fucking face, and they're meeting in public. Mark Zuckerberg, he was down with a Democrat, and he done switched over. He done changed his watches and everything. And he went over to that other side.
Well, I think they saw what Elon was able to do. He was able to donate over $200 million to the campaign, and he basically bought a presidency. So he bought the right to ride shotgun with Trump and be his co-president. And so now he's running through the government doing what he wants to do because he bought the right. You shouldn't be able to buy the right to do that, but he did it out in the open. He bought it, and Trump is letting him be co-president with him.
Right. Because what's the thing you just said? That's a different Twitter, Isaac Hayes' son?
That one's called Fanbase, but there's Blue Sky, there's Truth.
What's
there's
Blue
all
Sky?
Blue Sky's another new one. Threads is part of Instagram.
Okay, Threads, I know about that.
And you can invest in Fanbase too, like it's open source where you can invest in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what if we all got together?
That's what Isaac's trying to do.
He's definitely trying to do that.
But there's a couple others that are trying to do it as well, and it's just, what was the other one? There was another black-owned one. I can't think of the name now, but
God damn it.
Everybody's trying, but it's hard because you got to get everybody in the same place for it to work, because it don't have the same energy that Twitter had at the beginning because everybody's not in the same place.
I think the reason why I like Twitter, to tell you the truth, is because, like I said, when I'm having a good day, they will humble me.
You're saying that's the worst of humanity?
I kid you not. I could post the most positive thing in the world, and somebody gonna be like,
somebody roast you, yes.
And by the way, it works for me because I'm like, all right, cool.
It keeps you humble.
I'm off my high horse.
No, you want to be like, fuck you right back. That's what you want to do.
The IG comments are the same, though.
No. IG is kind of nice to me. I heard you say something about that. I'm going to get to that. But when you was 15, you wrote an essay of exactly who you was going to be when you grew up?
So I wrote an essay. This was like a Black History Month essay competition. McDonald's was the sponsor. And one of my teachers was like, John, you should enter this. You would be good. And so the question was just how you plan to make Black history. And so I said, I'm going to be a famous artist. I'm going to be a famous singer. And then I'm going to use my success as a platform to help my people, to stand up for what's right, stand up for justice, and that's what I've been doing.
Wow. Talk about manifesting.
And I manifested when I was 15.
I know you did that. I know you did that for school, but do you recommend that kids that age, 14, 15, 16 years old, write an essay, not necessarily in school, but write an essay of who they should be in the next 15 years from
Absolutely.
now?
Start setting intentions for yourself at that age. And, we as parents can start encouraging them to think about that. I don't ask my 8-year-old what she really wants to be when she grows up. Like, we say it, but we don't really know that they know what they want to be yet. But I think once they get in those teen years, like, start having them set intentions for what they want to do in life. And when you set those intentions, you start to put yourself in that path to do it. And I think that's what I was thinking, and that's what I started doing.
Yeah. I did a vision board with my 6-year-old this year. My wife, and you know what a vision board is? The same thing as like manifesting, but it's a kid level, but you start doing little things like that with them, they start to understand.
And once you say it, it makes you want to work to it too, And so I think it's a good thing.
And you were what they call a prodigy. A child prodigy.
Yeah, I skipped a couple grades, so I graduated high school when I was 16. I graduated college when I was 20.
You saw some Doogie Howsers?
Yeah. They literally called me Doogie in high school. So I get to high school, I'm 12 years old, everybody else is 14, they start calling me Doogie. And, but I was a nerdy little kid. I wanted to read everything, do everything, sing everything, and went to Ivy League college afterwards, and
Yo, I watched you on Oprah when you went to your old block.
Yeah.
I was literally cold.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, you had so much snow there.
Springfield, Ohio, man.
Do you still fuck with the snow? I can't fuck with the snow.
I'm good with it.
You good with it?
Yeah, I fuck with it still. It's snow. I was just in New York.
I love New York.
You're from New York?
Yes, I don't go there till May. I earned the right not to go there. Like, I earned the right not to be like, fuck that. I literally kept rewinding your shit, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so cold. Like, I can't see. Do you fuck with snow?
Nah, I've been in Miami and LA
enough right here. Right? It's all good.
Yeah, I grew up in Ohio. I live in LA now, but when I go to the snow, like, I enjoy it.
So you miss the snow?
Sometimes we intentionally will go somewhere cold for like Christmas because I want that Christmas snow feeling,
Ooh,
it makes me feel at home.
Not me.
Nah, he said, I'll see you in May.
Snow looks nice, but I don't know about trekking through it and shit.
Did you watch the Grammys recently?
I was there.
Oh yeah,
he performed.
Yeah. Okay, oh shit, I'm bugging.
Yeah, that's right. I just played piano. So if you miss me, I don't blame you. I was just playing the piano. We were supporting the band Dawes. Dawes, their lead singer and their drummer were with us on stage, and they performed I Love L.A., and it was a whole tribute to L.A. to open the show. And they lost their homes, literally. The lead singer and the drummer lost their home. Their family was from there, too. They lost home, and they lost a lot of their studio and music equipment, so they lost a lot. And so the Recording Academy, we have a lot of, folks that live in L.A., and we wanted to show love to all those musicians that lost something. And so Dawes was the lead performance of the show, and they had a bunch of us other artists come and support them and play. I played piano. Brittany Howard from the Alabama Shakes played guitar. Brad Paisley played guitar. St. Vincent played the keys. Sheryl Crow played the bass. And then we just supported this band that had lost so much in the fire.
They did a lot of fundraising during that whole
Grammys. They raised like $25 million.
I hope that the money really gets to
Oh, yeah, it will.
Need it,
$25 million raised, and it's going to go to help a lot of people. And, Music Cares is a part of the Recording Academy, too. And Music Cares is basically the music community supporting each other, because not all of us, we're not all millionaires.
Right.
A lot of our musicians, like, they fall on hard times. They're dealing with addiction. They're dealing with loss. Something's happening in their lives, and they need help. So Music Care supports them all throughout the year, every year.
So let me ask you, right? In Miami, they got this scheme that they do, right? Like when it rains.
A scheme?
Sorry. Yeah, that's what y'all be doing out here. I'll be watching y'all.
You talking about like, to deal with climate change?
No. Like when it rains, they'll let their car get flooded or whatever, and then they'll claim it.
Oh, you talking about insurance fraud?
Yeah. So
Who's on that you see?
Hey man, I know these guys. I know some people, right? But in their insurance, it's a difference between hurricane insurance and flood insurance, right? So is that a difference?
And there's fire insurance as well.
That's what I'm asking, because a friend of mine's left his car out in a hurricane, and he didn't have flood insurance. So they said that it wasn't caused from a hurricane; it was caused from a flood. So he just lost his car.
Yeah.
He tried to be slick.
He should have checked his policy before doing that.
This is Miami schemers, though.
Insurance companies, their job is to find a way to not pay. Like, that's their job. So you got to check the fine print. You got to check everything with insurance, health insurance, everything. Their job is to find a reason to not pay that.
Right. So with these California fires, do you think people were insured? What do they have to have?
I think a lot of them were, but even if you are, they only insure the actual home, so
not the
land. So
see, it's always a fucking loophole.
So
definitely with insurance.
But theoretically, it makes sense, because if you lose your home, you still own the property, and you can build it back. So they'll reimburse you for building it back, but they won't buy the land from you. So it basically requires you to stay there or sell the land to somebody else to really make your money back.
Right. And I heard a lot of people lost their policies. They were canceled before.
Yeah, so some of them got canceled before, and maybe they didn't check their mail. They didn't notice that they got canceled. And so they find out after the fire they don't have a policy, which is crazy.
And then all the conspiracies come out of those things.
Yeah, and the thing is, what's going to happen more and more in Florida, in California, in all these places, it's going to be hard to insure a house. And so a lot of people are not going to be able to buy a house. And it's not because of the mortgage, it's going to be because they can't afford the mortgage and the insurance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're in the fire, right?
I'm not there.
You're not in the fire. No. But you got one bottle of water.
Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you how we experienced the fire. Like, we landed on January 7th. We had just been on family vacation. We heard, there's a fire in the Palisades. We didn't know it was going to be huge.
Because it's pretty normal.
Yeah,
these fires
we have fires all the time in that area. Especially Malibu.
Malibu is my favorite place.
Yeah, so Malibu is right around the corner from the Palisades, and Malibu gets a lot of fires. Palisades not as much. But so we land and we see smoke pluming from that area.
You didn't think it was weed?
I was like, is N.O.R.E here?
That's what I was doing.
And we literally saw the flame. Usually when there's fires in LA, I don't see the flame. Like, I see the smoke coming from it, but I don't see the flame. But I'm looking in the hills and I'm like, that's the actual flame. And so we're driving back to our house. It's in Beverly Hills, so it's between the Pasadena fires and the Malibu fires, Palisades fires. And we're like, should we leave? Should we get out of here? And we never ended up in an evacuation zone. But when there was a fire in the Hollywood Hills, that felt a little too close for comfort. So we were like, we getting out of here. So we left. We went down to San Diego for like a week. And then we came back home after a week. So we didn't lose anything. Some of our very good friends lost their home and had relatives lose their homes, and a lot of people it just got wiped out. And it all happened, most of it happened in that first day or two, because if you looked at the video, it was a hurricane of fire. The wind was blowing as fast as it blows down here during a hurricane. It was 80, 100 miles an hour.
There was tornadoes in that motherfucker.
Yeah, it was literally whipping the fire around. And it looked like a movie, like it couldn't be real. And it was insane. And it took over entire areas really fast. And I never seen anything like it. The tragedy, it was crazy.
Now I hang out with a lot of conspiracy theorists. Right?
Yeah.
I don't believe anything.
I have some in my family. We all do.
Yeah, I don't believe them, but I love to listen, right?
Yes.
I mean, some of these things end up coming true later on. You're like, oh,
but
yeah.
a conspiracy theorist of mine said to me that these was caused, by the way, this is not me, but these was caused.
Yeah, these was not me.
These was caused to areas of the rich so that they could rebuild LA and have this smart LA where they, that's what he thinks, right? What do you think of that?
No.
Because they said the fires didn't come to the hood. Is that true? Or the fires did hit the hood?
Well, it hit a black neighborhood.
It hit a black neighborhood.
Altadena. So Altadena was one of the first neighborhoods in Los Angeles that allowed black people to actually live there.
Well, not all.
I didn't know about this until the fires. Like, I didn't know this area. Altadena is not really close to like a lot of portions of LA. It's like kind of far northeast near Pasadena. But there was a black neighborhood there, and a lot of the folks there are like middle class, working class. So not everybody was like Hollywood celebrities, but the Palisades, that's an expensive area. Malibu, extremely expensive. Some of these are like $50 million, $75 million homes.
I love Malibu.
So definitely a lot of rich people got hit, but I have a hard time believing that somebody intentionally did that.
Intentionally did it to build smart LA.
What does that even mean?
They're saying the same thing, the same conspiracy that happened in Maui. They said there's a laser that hit to take that property over.
Yeah, I just
didn't hear that one. I wish I would have heard that one. A laser?
I'm always skeptical. I'm always skeptical. I always feel like usually the most obvious explanation is the real explanation. Right. So, but I could be wrong sometimes.
It was probably caused man-made, which most of those fires happen accidentally.
Yeah.
Or even on purpose.
And sometimes it's on purpose, but the wind and the dryness just accelerated everything. Right. We hadn't had rain since like last fall.
But it never rained in Southern California.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. But we normally would have like, they said 5 or 6 inches between October 1st and when the fires happened. We had 0.16 inch. So that on its own was an accelerant, and then the wind was something we almost never see. The Santa Ana winds at that
the wind is at
that speed. Yeah. So
were you out there?
You combine the speed of the wind and the dryness. That's what happened.
Were you out there?
We landed, after it started.
Wow.
Yeah. But we never were in the fire, so we didn't see it up close and personal. But close friends of ours were, and they lost their homes.
They didn't make you evacuate?
No, we were not in evacuation zone. We were like between evacuation zones, but we left anyway, just for a little bit.
Yeah, there's people that lost everything.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought New Yorkers were stubborn until I moved to Miami. Yo, they won't move for nothing.
Like, nah, the hurricane ain't going nowhere.
The hurricane is going to kill everybody.
They don't really tell us the truth.
Everyone is going to die. In Miami, they'll be like, it's okay, I get salt.
We think it's a conspiracy to go to Home Depot and Publix.
No.
You about to get you, and then the shit goes that way.
No, listen. But y'all take it too far. As soon as there's a hurricane, they rack up on all the toilet paper.
We have hurricane parties.
Yeah, you have hurricane parties. The liquor store is gone.
They're used to it here, man. They're used to it.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you, John Legend. You look like you never had a bad day. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little jealous, man. I look at you and you look stress fucking free. Like, you look like nothing bothers you.
I have had bad days, but I would say I am probably one of the most kind of like even keel people you'll ever meet. I don't get really angry very often. I am as chill as you think I am.
Goddamn, make some noise.
and Hassan compares me to Seinfeld because there's this episode of Seinfeld.
Tell me the episode. I'm ready for it.
Where they say everything always evens out for Jerry.
Oh yeah, because he do the $20 bill.
Yeah, exactly.
And, don't test me on
Seinfeld.
Hold on. Exactly. All right, don't test me on Seinfeld now. That's when he threw the $20 bill and he came back.
Hassan always calls me Seinfeld because he's like, everything always evens out for you, man. You got something happen. For some reason, it just always evens out. So, I don't know.
So we just discovered you the Black Seinfeld? Oh my God, hang out with you then. Because you ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yes, I love it.
Oh, that's my favorite shit.
Yeah, I love both shows a lot. I've seen every episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one you will pick, Curb or Seinfeld? Or
Curb.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Curb.
Most people would say Seinfeld because Seinfeld.
I fucking love.
I'm sorry, man.
I love Larry David, man. I fucking love Larry.
I love him. I love him so much I don't want to meet him. Because if I meet him and he'd be like, hey, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, man, that my whole
that's
shit
the
is fucked
thing.
up.
His whole persona is that he probably wouldn't be nice to you when you met him.
It's kind of right.
And so you're like, maybe I should.
Like that is being nice. Him being not nice to. Like it's this restaurant called Hotel Costes in Paris.
Oh yeah,
you been to that?
Been there. I love it.
They're very nasty people. Like
they're like a little French rude. Yeah,
they're French rude. And one time I went there on my birthday, and they were nice to me. And I was like, this is not what I paid for.
It's sexy though. It's sexy. You're like, be rude to me. Go ahead.
Be rude to me. Like they got a cigarette. When I used to smoke cigarettes, they had a cigarette section and all that. And it was nice to me one time. I didn't like it.
I was on Larry David's show. I did a guest appearance on it.
Jealous.
And he was nice then. But I hung out mostly with Jeff and Susie. The couple.
The cousin. The lady with the bad mouth.
Yeah.
And the manager.
Yeah. So
what episode was this?
This was the bat mitzvah. I was singing at the bat mitzvah for their daughter. And the conceit of the show was that I was one of Jeff's clients. And he got me to sing at the bat mitzvah, so I sang a song there. This is early, like 06, early in my career. But that was cool. Yeah. And I just sat there and talked to Jeff and Susie the whole time, and they had me cracking up.
Oh, they like
they were funny.
Okay.
Yeah, they were really funny.
Now, you also got to do a movie with the late, great Bernie Mac.
Yes. Soul Man. Yeah.
You know, one of the best lines I ever heard in the world is in that movie.
Yeah.
When Bernie Mac moves into the old folks' home, and then Mike Epps says, because now you can spend some time with the kids. And Bernie Mac looks at him with all honesty and says, "Fuck them kids." Fuck them kids. I said,
that's an iconic line. That line has been used since then.
I had never heard nobody say that. But how was meeting Bernie Mac?
Oh man, he was funny too in person. You know, some comedians, they're not funny in person because it's like they're saving it for the stage. Because
he's himself, you could tell.
Yeah, I'll have another one.
Yeah.
It's like they're saving it for the stage, but Bernie was really funny in person. Jeff and Susie were very funny in person. And then some people, they clam up and they don't give you no jokes until you see them on stage.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You ever met Prince?
Yeah, I met Prince. Met Prince a few times.
We love Prince stories here.
I didn't hoop with him
Prince
though.
stories here. Hold on. Let us put on our seatbelt.
I didn't hoop with him though.
He got his shirt on.
Yeah, we love Prince over here.
Well, that's kind of Michael.
I was about to ask you, did he float? Did he float when you met him?
I was starstruck. This is one of the first big celebrities I met that I really truly was starstruck when I met him.
Ass out Prince or no ass out?
His ass was in.
His ass was in. I'm sorry. No. You gotta ask though.
He was fully close.
He
was fully close. So at the time, he was signed to the same label I was. He was at Columbia, Sony Urban, and we had the same exec, Lisa Ellis, and he was doing a concert at MSG, and Lisa was like, "You want to come see Prince?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So, and then he did an after party at BB King's, and Prince is the craziest musician because he'll do the whole show and then go play the after party.
Yeah.
He would do a 3-hour show and then go play at the after party. I've never seen anybody that just loved playing music and kept playing music like he did. And it was amazing seeing him. The first time I met him, he was just like, he was on that protect your rights, make sure you get your masters back when you can, all that. And then the next time I saw him, he had one of those after parties that he had after the Grammys or the Oscars in LA. And it was a jam session, and a bunch of artists were there, and I got up on stage and
play with him?
And jam with him, and Stevie was there, and it was fun, man.
Woo!
Yeah.
Goddamn, make some noise.
Yeah.
Great.
Now, before I get to the EGOT, Michael Jackson, you ever met Mike?
Yeah, I met Mike. I met Mike in Bahrain.
Put it back on my seatbelt. And where?
So this is where he was
International
living.
Mike.
So he was dealing with all his, legal things, and he was living in Bahrain for a while. Over in the Middle East.
Where's Bahrain?
It's in the Middle East. It's over by Saudi Arabia, and they were having an F1 event over there, and they had a celebrity invitational, and they were just trying to get celebrities to come to the F1. And I was a new celebrity. I was like, yeah, I'll go to Bahrain or whatever. I heard Michael Jackson. We might get to meet Michael Jackson, and then the Crown Prince has a dinner at one of his homes, and Michael Jackson just walks in, and I sit there, and it was like a few like round tables, and I'm sitting at the round table where Mike's sitting, and we're all just sitting there talking about music, whatever.
You don't remember the subject?
We talked about music. We talked about, you know, life. I don't know.
Is it true about his voice? They say that when he was talking normal, he doesn't have the same high pitched voice.
It was still pretty high. It wasn't deep. Nah, it wasn't deep. It was mid, you know.
He ain't Crip Walker night. You know, there's pictures with Michael Jackson with a Crip
The stories about him now crazy. That he fought Tupac, all kinds of crazy.
Yeah, stories about Michael get crazy. I'm glad I didn't meet him.
Y'all hear a lot of conspiracies.
They're fun.
Am I here to debunk conspiracies? This is my job.
We'll do a new segment with you.
Yeah.
Fact or fiction with John Legend. Myth or legend?
So, John Legend, we want you to know, man, our show is about giving people their flowers.
Appreciate you.
Smell them.
I love the show, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
I've seen
so
a
we
bunch
want to
of
give you your
episodes.
flowers because you are a legend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for thinking of us.
It matches my wine bottles, too.
Yeah.
You know, this is my LVE wine.
Yeah.
And it matches perfect.
So it's not love, it's LVE.
Yeah, we call it LVE, but
I've been calling it love
it's
this whole
love,
time.
too. You can call it love, too.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You ever drink Whispering Angel?
Yeah.
Is this Whispering Angel killer?
It's better.
That's what I'm saying. It's the killer.
It's the killer.
It's the killer Whispering Angel.
Whispering
so you
Angel
people
is
who drink
shaking in their
Whispering
boots.
Angel, you better cross over. Cross over.
It's better,
to
though.
LVE.
I've tried it plenty of times, and ours is better than theirs.
Yes.
Just facts.
Just to say, where did you drink Whispering Angel at? In France?
I've drank it like the Hamptons, Miami.
Okay, all right, cool. Look,
in France, we
rich shit. Let's go. Rich shit.
In France, I try to do French, brands out there.
What do you do, Bonos?
But now we're doing LVE, man. That's the only one we're doing. Ours is French too, though.
What do you drink in France? What is your?
Well, I drink a lot of the Burgundy wines. So my partner in this wine is a Frenchman. His name is Jean-Charles Boisset.
He sound rich. Just sound
JCB.
Yeah. I tell him I need the whole song.
He grew up in Burgundy in France, and so his family's been making wine forever. And so he's my connect in France.
So how did you come up with the wines? Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
that's a Cabernet?
Yeah, that's a Cabernet. Okay. We got a rosé. We got a sparkling rosé. We got a sparkling white. We got Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc. We got a nice range.
No Pinot Grigio?
We do have a small run of Pinot Grigio, not a lot.
N.O.R.E. Grigio.
Let's
we don't made a business deal right now.
N.O.R.E. Grigio.
So look, we're gonna explain them the rules.
Oh, we're doing quick time. You guys ready?
Oh, you ready?
Yes.
Oh, let's go. You got his. Ask him what he would like to drink.
What would you like to take?
Please.
I'll stick with the vodka.
What we got?
Yeah.
I'll do vodka shots.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You want to chill too?
Yeah, I take mine chilled.
All right. Remind me the rules of the game.
Okay, let's go.
So we're gonna give you two choices. This is to bring up any stories you got with anybody. Mm-hmm. But if you pick one, we don't drink. Mm-hmm. If you don't pick, we drink.
Oh, okay.
So you say both.
So I just got to commit one way or the other.
Yeah. We drink with you. We don't leave you out there.
Yeah.
We having fun.
So here we go.
All right, so I got to set it off?
I'll set it off.
Okay. No, yeah. No, this is
we got to wait for my shots, though.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I think I said.
Go ahead.
All right, cool. I like this. You ready with the shots?
She's coming.
Okay. Chris Brown or Usher?
I'm going to say Usher.
Okay. Because of the roller skates?
Because of the roller skates.
Both of them are like supremely talented. But I was on tour with Usher. Me and Kanye were opening for Usher.
Get the fuck out.
This is the Confessions era Usher. So this is right after College Dropout came out and right before Get Lifted, my album, came out. And Usher's, on top of the world, 8 million albums sold. And he's touring arenas for Confessions. And we're opening for him. So I'm seeing the work he's putting in every day, getting the show right. And I see that same level of work ethic and effort and then just pure talent from him. Still 20 years later. So I'm an Usher fan for life.
Yeah, you don't got to take a shot because you picked. But let me ask you a question. This is off catalog.
Yeah.
Your lady asks you to go to Usher concert. And Usher comes over.
Like Kiki?
Yeah.
How he does it?
You know how he does.
Usher's out here ruining relationships.
He out here feeding grapes and shit and strawberries and
He wanted out.
He says to your lady, "Are you getting? Is John Legend?"
Well, the thing is, I slow dance with women on my stage.
You
I
too. You wanted that too.
I understand the game. I respect the game. You know.
He's like, it's show business.
It's show business. It's show business.
So it's cool with you. It's cool. It's cool. She's not coming home.
I'm not volunteering her, but I respect the game.
Right, because he literally ruined Shorty's relationship. When Homeboy left, he sung this one Kiki.
It's Kiki.
Yeah.
It was Kiki's baby's father, and they weren't married, but you know he wasn't happy.
Right.
She was having too much fun.
Whose side was you on? Was you on his side or Usher's side? Because you oh shit, Swiss Beats. I
Tell Swizz I said what up. I just saw him Sunday. But listen, like I said, that's the game. It's a show, man. Mm-hmm. Like, he did it in front of everybody. She ain't sneaking up to his hotel room. This is like in front of everybody. This is fine.
Right.
It's good.
Y'all R&B niggas.
Don't leave your girl around me. He said it. He said it in the song.
He did say it.
Okay. Sidney Poitier or Harry Belafonte?
I gotta go with my guy Harry because I was close with him before he passed away. I met Mr. Poitier, but I spent a lot of time with Mr. Belafonte. Right. And
I like how you call them both Mr.
We really called him Mr. B, and he was the example of how to be an activist and an artist, and he took a lot of...
A classy dude, too.
Yeah, a classy, extremely talented, and he was the biggest selling artist of his era. Like, when he was big, he was bigger than everybody. And so for him to take that and then put it on the line so he could support Dr. King and do everything he did, I always look up to him.
That's who he picked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Patti LaBelle or Tina Turner?
Miss Patti.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, Tina was extremely talented, but I just like Miss Patty's music more. It's more my speed, yeah.
Right.
And she alumni Drink Champs.
And I love...
She's a Drink Champ.
Yeah, and I love Miss Patty.
She came on Drink Champs with her own glass. Legendary.
Yes. When you spend time with her, she's so real.
Oh, she was so real.
Yeah, I love her. I really love her.
Jadakiss or Nas? I'm ready to drink.
I'm gonna say this is not easy, actually.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna say Nas.
Okay, we ain't drinking at all today. I respect that. Okay, this one.
I've done records with both of them, and I love both of them. I think I just like Nas's voice just a little better, just his flow and his voice just a little better, but Jada's incredible.
And y'all all go, you Nas, all of y'all go to light skin karate class. I know about y'all. I know about
light skin meetings.
They have light skin meetings. Y'all kick Drake out. Y'all fucked up. Y'all some foul dudes, man. I'm messing with y'all. Aretha Franklin or Nina Simone?
Ooh. I might drink on this one. I don't know if I could pick. These are two of my favorites of all time. I'm gonna say Nina Simone.
Oh, you still
and
gonna
I'm
drink?
Still gonna drink though.
Okay, all right. A shot though? Take a shot. Let's take a shot for Nina Simone.
These are the smallest shots I've ever seen.
Usually it's a lot of shots.
It's a long game. We thought you was gonna be very politically correct.
No, man, I'm telling you my truth.
He said
that shit was hot as hell. Yeah, you want it?
Whitney Houston or Amy Winehouse?
Whitney.
Oh, that was easy. I should take a shot for knowing that answer.
I love Amy though. I love her music. I met her. I met Amy when she was when that Back to Black album. So she had already had another album that didn't really pop, and then the Back to Black album was about to come out, and I was on Later with Jules Holland, which is a British show, which I love. And the show is just different artists in the round. And so one band will play, and then another band will play, and then the other band will play, and they're all 5 or 6 bands in this room together in this big studio in London. And Amy and I were both on the set. And so she had a couple of her songs. She did Rehab and something else from that album. And then I did a couple songs from my second album. And she walked up to me like she was a brand new artist, handing me her demo and handed me Back to Black. which ended up, taking over the world right after that. But at that point, it hadn't done that yet, and it was about to.
That's dope.
But that's when I first met her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sam Cooke or Teddy Pendergrass? Taking a shot?
It's not easy.
I'm going to say Teddy. Just because there's just more jams that I love, Yeah.
You seem like a Teddy Pendergrass, baby.
That's a Philly man. He Fly Eagles Fly. Is this going to air after the Super Bowl? Yeah, this will be after the Super Bowl, yeah. So who knows what happened? I'm over the Chiefs, if I got to choose.
You Patrick Mahomes' cousin. How dare you? How dare you?
I got family look more like Jalen Hurts than look like Patrick. But I went to school in Philly. I went to UPenn. So
that's right.
Yeah, so I got love for Philly. Yeah.
Yep.
I got love for Philly.
Okay, all right. Jesus, man. Philly, Gilly the Kid gonna like that.
Yeah. Biggie or Big L?
Biggie. I never was completely into Big L, but I was definitely into Biggie.
Okay. DJ Khaled or DJ Drama?
Ooh. I gotta go with College, man. I did 20 records with College.
and the legendary record with Nipsey Hussle.
Exactly.
I believe that was his last video.
And to take it all the way back, we did a record with good music. Me, Ye, Consequence. We did a record called Grammy Family. With Khaled.
That's a big record.
That was that was the early days when Khaled first started making those compilation albums, and he didn't win a Grammy. Khaled didn't win a Grammy till we won it together with Nipsey for Hire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that record was called the Grammy Family.
And the early record was called Grammy Family, but years later, we won his first Grammy together.
All right, now this is any criteria you want.
Okay.
Ye or Pharrell?
I say Ye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, I just started working with Pharrell recently.
Louis Vuitton?
Yeah, on music.
Really?
So we stepped in the studio and we started working on some new music.
Is this your first time working together?
We'd only done a couple songs together.
Okay.
But, obviously Ye and I have done 1,000 records together, and I'm truly a fan of Ye as a producer and an artist over the years too. So, but I love both of them. Just think how influential both of them have been to all of our culture, not just what we listen to, what we wear, everything.
Sounds like we're taking a shot.
Nah, I picked Ye.
You picked Ye. Okay. It sounds like we're taking like a honorable shot.
Let's me and you take a shot then. Fuck
all right, let's do it.
Cheers.
Oh shit. Okay, yes.
Take a shot, Chico. LA or Miami?
Well, I live in LA, and I think Miami, I enjoy partying here more than I do LA. But I live in LA. It's my kids go to school there. LA.
That was a long way of saying that.
It didn't seem like you wanted to say LA.
Miami's more fun in doses, and then LA is where I stay.
Okay.
It's all you.
All right, this is me. Seinfeld or Curb Your Enthusiasm?
We've established this. Curb.
Yes, Curb.
Yeah.
But let's explain to the people why.
Well, I think the fact that it's on HBO gives it more leeway to say all the jokes, say all the fucks they want to say and everything else. But also, I think us getting to know Larry, who was the creator of Seinfeld,
exactly.
I think that was a revelation. So I think that's what makes Curb better, is his personality. Because George was always a really funny part of Seinfeld anyway, but having the real George, having Larry there is it makes it better.
All right, now I want to ask you, what is your favorite Seinfeld episode, and what is your favorite Curb episode? Now this is not with Drink Champs, but 1 and 1.
I don't know. That's a good one. I like the one where they doing the contest in Seinfeld. That's a good one, where they seeing who's gonna jack off first.
Oh yeah, and then Kramer.
Kurt's like, I'm out.
Yeah, Kramer was out. You realize JB Smoove is Kramer in
Yes, he's very much like
that. Okay.
Yes, he's like the black Kramer.
I forget. So you went with the jerk off episode.
Yes.
For Seinfeld.
It's called the contest. It's called the contest. It's called the contest.
My bad. And then now, that's your favorite curb.
My favorite curb. Oh man, I gotta think about that. I don't know. I really have to think about it.
You know what my favorite curb is?
Oh, yeah.
When they he hired the people to be Christians in front of the house, and then
the nativity scene. Yeah.
That sounds funny.
Because he's Jewish, so he hired Christians.
But his wife is Christian.
His wife is Christian, so he hired Christians, and I think he didn't feed them or something. It went terribly wrong. So that's my favorite. But if you think about it, we'll come back to it.
Yes.
Go ahead. E, you want the next one?
Swiss Beats or Timberland?
Oh. I'm gonna say Tim is fucked up because I know all these people very well. So I'm gonna see all
They
of them.
played the game too, so
Yes. I would say Tim, honestly.
Okay.
There's more Tim records that I'm like are some of the greatest records of all time than I think of Swizz. But I love a bunch of Swizz records too, but I'm gonna say Tim.
Okay. Most Def or Talib Kweli? Most Def or Black Thought?
Black Thought.
Okay.
I just think if Most was still giving us material, then it would be closer. But I think because Black Thought's been so prolific and consistent and prolific, you got to show up. It's showbiz, man. Yeah. If you show up and you're making records, then like...
there's more to pull from.
There's points for that, you know? Like, continue to show up.
Yeah.
Okay. Analog or digital?
Well, we run everything through analog before we put it on digital.
The fuck out here. Still to this day?
Yeah, we run it through tape. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
When I make a record, we run it through the tape first and then put it to digital.
When you say tape, you mean rail?
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
old school, yeah.
Yo, let me make some noise for you. I didn't even know you could do that. That's some genius. I didn't know you could still...
Cartel said that yesterday too.
On the rail?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you can run it to tape before you put it on digital.
Oh, man. So there's best of both.
It just gives it that flavor, you know?
That hum,
But you picked digital.
I'm going with analog.
Oh, you went with analog. Thank you. That's what I go with all the time. Marvin Gaye or Al Green?
Marvin.
Damn, this is easy.
He's just flying through these.
I'm just willing to commit, you know? I'm like, I'm gonna make a decision. Even if I might have second thoughts later, I'm gonna decide, you know?
Dre or Quincy Jones?
Ooh. It's like apples or oranges. But I'm gonna say Quincy.
Okay.
Just the range of
Dre would probably say
musicianship, you know? Because you think about Quincy's career, he was producing and arranging and composing for Frank Sinatra and Ray Charles in the 50s and 60s, and then giving us Thriller in the 80s, and Tamia and everybody else, and all the R&B artists he produced over the years, Nancy Sinatra. He did everything. Yeah. So just the breadth of work he was able to do.
Vibe magazine.
Yeah, he produced Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Roots, Color Purple. He just gave us everything.
There you go. Next one.
Get Lifted or My Favorite Dream?
Get Lifted.
Okay.
That's a good segue. Let's promote Get Lifted. 20 years.
That's right. Let's make the noise for that.
So this is the 20th anniversary of Get Lifted right now. We just did a deluxe edition of the album with the original album first, but then a whole extra album.
They did it all over.
Yeah, a whole extra album of remixes. So I did an Ordinary People with Thames, an Afrobeat version. I did an Afrobeat version of Refuge with Simi. Both of them are from Nigeria. And then I did a couple hip hop remixes. I did Black Thought on Used to Love You with Ninth Wonder. I'm making the beat. And then
so you making the beat?
Ninth Wonder.
Ninth Wonder's making the beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on Let's Get Lifted Again, I had Killer Mike and Lil Wayne each do a verse. Ooh. And so the remixes are dope. But we have the original versions first, and then at the end of the album, you can listen to the remixes.
That's fire. MJ or Prince? Just fucking with your childhood, could tell.
No.
This is a shot waiting to happen. You got 4 shots. Might as well do this 4 times at least.
I'm going to say
both.
MJ.
Okay.
Woo.
If I'm just going record for record, like the songs that had the most impact in my life, I feel like MJ had more.
They say MJ is just as famous as Jesus. Do you believe that?
Now?
At his peak, you mean?
At his peak, yeah, I'm sure then, yes. But if you ask a kid now, like, I don't know if a lot of kids know. But during that time, he was everything. Like, the first, merch I ever had was a Michael Jackson Thriller folder for school.
You had the zipper jacket?
Yeah, I had the zipper jacket too.
You look like you had to go.
Yeah, so
you definitely had to go.
I was born in '78, so my first time going to school was like mid '80s, and that was everything.
No, yeah. When Thriller, when that video came out, that was
my parents were very religious, so Prince, they thought Prince was a little too
crazy.
A little too wild.
He was wilding out.
Yeah.
He was.
So he was like forbidden fruit at the house for a while. But MJ, we could get away with that.
Which is great, because both of them had very religious families.
Yeah.
And Prince was very religious.
Yeah, Prince became even more religious.
Yeah.
I think he was Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Or Seventh-day Adventist. One of them.
Stevie Wonder or Smokey Robinson?
Stevie.
You know Snoop Dogg said that Stevie Wonder's FaceTimes him?
Yeah,
we have all kinds
Stevie
of stories.
FaceTimes me too.
What? I was waiting. I knew it.
Which is the one that George Clinton said that he saw him cross a busy street.
No, that was Ray Charles.
Everybody's got Stevie's Not Blind.
Give me a...
Everybody's got Stevie's Not Blind stories.
What did Shaq say?
Shaq said he seen Stevie get in the elevator and said, "What's up, Diesel?"
And then press the button.
I don't remember that button part. I don't remember that part. But we need to hear your Stevie story. Come on.
No, I mean, everybody's got him. But I went to his studio.
You seen him rolling up?
And he was just walking around like he was seeing everything, but it was also his studio. So he's been there a lot.
Yo, you heard what he said? He said he was walking around like he was seeing everything.
He's legally blind, but he's actually not 100% blind? Could that
I don't know. I never asked.
You know there's legally blind where you can kind of see shadows and shit.
I never asked him.
Because, man, the stories are crazy.
Yo, I know Stevie family be calling him like, yo, Drink Champs love you. Yo, we talk about him almost every episode.
But he likes to make jokes about it too. He makes blind jokes all the time.
Oh, he has blind jokes?
All the time. He'll just say I'll drive over there. I'll see you when I... and then,
he'll drive over there. Because Oprah bought him a Maybach and he said he was going to drive it.
Exactly. He says it all the time. Though he'll joke about it all the time.
Wow.
We would love to have him on.
But I've never asked him, Stevie, be real with me. Are you really blind?
Right.
And I see him pulling down his glasses and looking at it.
You know what's crazy? Like most blind people, they feel your face to see how you look. I've never seen Stevie touch anybody's face. I've never seen. I'm just being honest. I love Stevie.
You've seen him as a famous person. He's had someone next to him be like, "You're about to see someone."
Yeah. You ain't supposed to be touching.
He's always got somebody next to him.
Yeah,
okay,
that's true.
All right.
If I'm betting he's blind.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you want this one?
Isley Brothers or The Parliament?
Isley's. Just more records that, resonate with me.
Tony or BBD?
Tony, same answer. More records that resonate with me. I'm close with Raphael too, and he's produced a couple of my albums, and
Raphael Sadiq,
the lead singer and one of the great producers. He just won Album of the Year with Beyonce for the country album.
He was a part of that?
Yeah, he's part of that and a part of Renaissance. Wow. And he's a part of everything that you don't even know. Like D'Angelo, Lady, Untitled by D'Angelo, some of the great R&B records of all time. He's behind. And then all those Tony records are amazing too.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Okay. New Edition or BBD?
No, Jackson 5.
Oh, Jackson 5, my bad.
Jackson 5.
Okay.
This guy's from Boston. He's mad.
Tony, or BBD?
I know we did that one.
We did that one?
Yeah, Alicia Keys or Rihanna?
I'm going to say Rihanna. Alicia's my friend too. But as a fan, just listening, I probably listen to Rihanna more. And again, more records that I'm like in love with of hers. Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all got couples beef or something? You just Swiss and...
Nah, man, I literally love both of them, man. I truly love both of them. They're like wonderful people. I'm just speaking as like a non-biased fan.
And they both drink Chance of Love.
Soul Man or Coming to America?
Oh, Coming to America.
Yo, this is Coming to America too, they put.
Yes.
Oh, Coming to America too. Well, Soul Man. We'll give it to Soul Man. Both
I think we should take a shot for you
Malcolm Lee
switching.
movies? Yeah. I think those are both Malcolm Lee movies.
Let's take a shot because you switched.
Cheers. No. Okay. Oh, shot. Cheers. Cheers. That's my guy, Malcolm Lee. He just texted me this week.
All right, this is the last question, then we get back into the interview. Loyalty or respect?
I'm going to say, that's a good question. Respect. And the reason why I will say, I think we should want respect more than we want loyalty from people, just because, first of all, respect will come with loyalty anyway.
Right.
But I want, sometimes loyalty can bleed over into being blind loyalty, and people not telling you what you don't want to hear, et cetera, et cetera. So,
like yes men?
Yeah, so I would rather have respect.
Okay. Let's make some noise for that. John Legend, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not sure if anybody ever told you this. I think you should run for president.
No, someone has told me that before a few times, but I don't think I ever will.
Why not? You look like a young Barack.
Any political aspirations?
You look like a young Barack.
Honestly, I
Governor of California?
I love being involved in everything, and I'll stay involved, but I just feel like I would not enjoy running for it or being it.
Let's just say you ran.
Place to be.
Let's just say you did. Like you woke up the next day tomorrow and like,
tomorrow.
Fuck it, I'm gonna run for fucking president. Who would be your vice president? Who would you pick?
I don't know.
Not yet?
I don't know.
Shit got real? No, seriously, who you pick?
Who would it
As of right now, like tomorrow.
I don't know.
As of right now.
I don't know.
What a loaded question.
Yo, wouldn't it be dope if you was to pick Borat and say, yo,
I just feel
Obama, come back as my vice.
I was like, Borat?
Yeah, my bad. I fucked up the way I pronounced it.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Would that be crazy? John Legend running for a fucking president?
Yeah.
And then Borat come out and he crip walk or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he do something like
He's
crazy.
not coming out to be vice president.
Keep calling him Borat.
Yeah. Barack. You know, my bad. You know, I'm all over the place. I'm excited.
You're excited for that?
Yeah, this is what dyslexic kids do. I'm excited. Yes. But who would you pick?
You know, I feel like it shouldn't be a celebrity.
No. Whoever.
If it's going to be me, I feel like it shouldn't be a celebrity
It
next to me.
shouldn't be a politician either, though.
Oh, yeah, then maybe so.
Yeah. So let's get wild. Let's pick George Clinton or somebody.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
Don't reform all the candidates.
It's your choice. I'm sorry.
Kerry Washington. She's an actor.
Okay, yes.
Is she playing a presidential?
She was in Scandal.
Okay.
Well, the thing about Kerry is I've seen her behind the scenes, and she's like really politically aware, and she's really great at organizing and motivating people, and she would be amazing at it. And she's a great communicator.
Okay. See, you thought that through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you didn't give him
I
more
was thinking
time.
Pharrell. I think he's gonna pick Pharrell.
We wanted to make the best beats for the White House.
God damn it, let's make some
We were talking all over the White
noise
House.
for me being wrong. Yes, okay. All right. 2019. How many haters did you get because of this cover?
So many.
Let me see.
See, Now this is when if I was on Twitter. I was on Twitter back then, and I made an intentional choice to not check my Twitter.
You wasn't on Black Twitter when this came out?
I did not check my Twitter when that cover came out.
You knew it was going to be
because
wild.
I knew it was not going to be nice. Because there's no win situation for you, because some people are like, yay, great, but most people are going to be like, fuck him, somebody else should have won. And then they list all the other people that should have won. So I'm like, fuck y'all, I'm not reading y'all's tweets.
But how did they call you for this cover?
My publicist called me, and they were like, "We got big news, John."
Okay, let's take a shot for your publicist. I'm sorry, it's not a part of the show no more. But I was gonna take a shot. The sexiest man alive. Jesus, holy shit!
Cheers.
They said we got big news, and I was like, really? And I was already thinking like, oh man, I'm gonna get so much shit for this. But I was like, all right, let's do it. And so then they set up the photo shoot. They did the whole thing. Did it at our house, and you know.
You did the photo shoot at your house?
Yeah, at the house.
So come to me. Did you charge her for that?
We usually do charge like a location fee.
Okay, goddamn it,
Yeah.
You got to double dip.
We got to talk about EGOT.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're probably the only EGOT award winner I'm ever gonna meet in life.
Well, you could meet Jennifer Hudson. You could
I
meet.
met Jennifer Hudson. She's an EGOT.
Yeah, she is now. She might not have been when you met her, but
Well, definitely the first here on Drink Champs. 100%.
And then Whoopi was the first black person to become an EGOT. I was the second. I was the first black man. And then J Hud, and now Viola also is an EGOT.
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis, yes.
Okay, so all right. Let's explain to motherfuckers.
Now, you got to sound off. What's an EGOT? Sound off. What's an EGOT?
EGOT is an Emmy.
Booyaka.
Bagada. A Grammy.
Yeah.
Bagada. Oscar.
Yeah.
Bagada. And I forgot what the last one is.
No,
A Tony?
Did you say Grammy?
Yeah, I don't even know what a Tony is.
It's for playing.
Like, I'm a nigga, so I don't know.
It's for Broadway. It's for Broadway.
It's for Broadway. Oh, that's what we're niggas going
So we
to
produced a play. We produced a play called Jitney, and it won a Tony. And so that's my T.
Ooh.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Let's make some noise for you, man.
That's very hard to get all of
So which one did you get first?
The Grammys. So my first Grammys were 3 Grammys for my debut album, Get Lifted, 20-year anniversary this year.
God damn it.
Yes. So I won Best New Artist, Best R&B Album, and Best R&B Male Vocal Performance for that album and for Ordinary People. And then since then, I've won 13 Grammys.
13, goddamn. Make some noise for that.
And then I won an Oscar for Glory with Common. We wrote that for Selma. And then after that, I won the Tony for Jitney, which is a play written by August Wilson, and we produced a revival of it, and we won Best Revival on Broadway. And then only needed the Emmy, and NBC called me up and asked me to star as Jesus Christ in Jesus Christ Superstar, live production that they did for NBC. And that musical was written by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice, and all 3 of us only needed an Emmy to get the EGOT, and we all won it at the same time when we won Best Live Music Special.
That was a hell of a party. Yeah. Is there a point where you're getting closer where you're like, now you're shooting for it? You're like, let's do this to get this?
My team knew that all I needed was an Emmy, and they were like, and I have a production company, and we produce TV and film, so like if anything we produce would get an Emmy, then I would have an EGOT. So they're like, man, we're going to get you this EGOT. So, so we produced Jesus Christ Superstar live, and it won the Emmy.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you, first of all, let's make some noise for that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm an artist first. And I believe I'm pro-artist. I'm a super pro-artist, right? So we've been doing this 9 years. You corrected me yesterday. I said 8 years. He's like, 9 years, nigga. I was like, all right, Jesus, all right, my bad.
9 years.
Like 9 years, right? And through these 9 years, no one has ever sent us a writer. You are the only one who said.
That's
let me just tell
funny.
you, I was so happy. Yo, let me tell you, as the artist in me, I was like, get everything. Get his peanut.
have to send us a rider.
It's funny because I haven't even been to the dressing room, so I don't even know if I have a rider.
Let me just say something. The artist in me, because all right, cool. This is one thing, right? And I lost money on you too. I bet you was gonna be on time. We always bet. This is.
I was here at 2:09.
Yeah, 2:09. No, you said 2:09. You came at 2:16. I lost.
My God.
Yes, I lost.
They literally bet.
No, we literally bet, and I bet my money. I was like, no, I called you Mr. Legend. I was like, Mr. Legend will be on time.
And he's going to be our president.
Yeah, he's going to be our president. He's going to be our president.
We're going to choose our
president. But holy moly guacamole. But yeah, I lost. But what was I saying before that?
Saying that he was late.
No. The rider. That shit touched me
How
so
thorough
bad.
was a rider? Because we got like small riders and then big riders.
You had specifically purple grapes in there. That you did.
I like grapes.
Really well?
I like grapes.
I love that. Let me just
Because we have the streamlined version, and then we got the full version for the show and everything. So
let me tell you,
I apologize.
No, I love it. No, do not apologize.
Your team
that is dope. Your team is dope. Your team is on point. Let me just tell you something.
Just like, oh, sorry, man.
Somebody want to go to the grocery store?
I was on tour in Japan, right? And every city that I went to, the promoter was like, he just kept hugging me because my rider was just like Hennessy at the time, blunts,
Heineken,
and like maybe Heineken. Like I had no fruit, I had no water, and I said to him, I had like a 24-city tour with him. So I was like, yo, why do you keep hugging me every time that I go in the dressing room? He was like, because I just had LL. Do you imagine what LL's rider was? Like in Japan, he wanted green apples. I don't even think green apples go past East Coast.
So he was just happy how simple your rider was.
How simple I was, and I didn't realize it. So this whole 9 years,
LL, he's Hollywood now.
I believe LL only wanted yellow Skittles. Like he wanted to open up every bag. I'm just playing.
That was all violated, right?
This is all violated. Yeah, you got busted.
Remember, I booked you out here for the first time, and I got your rider.
My rider was crazy.
And you had like two pallets of Snapples or some crazy thing. And I was like, the fuck, he's not even gonna be able to drink that shit, dude.
By the way, do you make your own rider? Because I don't make my rider.
I have input, yeah.
Okay.
I'll like when I don't like where we are with it, like, because maybe like I wanted this 2 years ago, but I don't want it now, then I'll go back and go through it and edit it. Right. So the last tour we went on, I went through and edited it, and I haven't had to say anything since then.
You know what we should have? We should do a documentary of music people riders.
Yeah.
Because different people like different shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Revolt, they listened to my rider. Unfortunately, when I got what was the drink I got?
Fireball?
Fireball.
Yeah.
You drinking Fireball? This is like a frat boy.
No, usually I was like,
that's a Jägermeister.
They actually gave it to me like, here's on your rider. I was like, oh shit. And then it went all downhill from there.
By the way, I'm sorry to switch subjects up, but if God came to you right now and God says, John Legend, I need you to make one record to save humanity, and you got one feature, and you got one producer, dead or alive, the feature and the producer, dead or alive, but you got one record. This record that you make, John Legend, is going to save humanity and put people on motherfucking Mars. To live. Yeah.
He said he don't want to work with Elon.
No, Elon don't own Mars.
I'll pick somebody I haven't worked with that I love.
Okay.
That I shouted out today. Timbaland, producer.
Wow. But Timbaland will be the producer. And you can have a feature if you want, dead or alive.
We talking like a singer or a rapper?
Whatever you want. This is John Legend world.
We someone with a banjo.
Let's do Timbo and Hove. Ooh. I was just listening to Dirt Off Your Shoulder in the car.
Dirt Off Your Shoulder?
That's a crazy record.
Yeah. Nasty.
Timbo and Hove.
I just saw a video of the first moment he showed Hove that.
Oh, yeah. When Timbaland was eating the banana. It was awkward, but it was dope. It was dope. It was organic. It was organic. Yeah. He had the banana in his mouth. He just held it there.
It was big Timbaland.
Yeah, big Timbaland. What do you like more, performing or making a record?
I like to make the record. I love both. I'm gonna say my favorite part is writing.
Writing.
Yes.
For other people or yourself?
No, writing for myself, but I mean, and for other people too. But I love starting with nothing and ending the day with something new that could change my life. That's like a special.
The pull of the ether and
it's like, hey, that didn't exist before today, and we made it, and it's amazing. You always think it's amazing the first day, and it's not always amazing. But that feeling, there's nothing like it.
All right.
Okay, let's take it back to the beginning. How did we start?
So I grew up in Ohio, grew up in a small city called Springfield, and my family was very...
next to where Dave Chappelle?
That's right there where Dave...
Okay.
Yeah. So if he was on SNL, he was talking about my hometown the other day because of the whole eating...
About the Haitians.
Yeah, the Haitians are there, and so Trump was making up shit about them on the debate stage, but that was my city. That's where I grew up.
Wow.
So I grew up in Springfield, Ohio. My family's very involved in the church, so my grandpa was the pastor. My grandmother was the organist. My mom was the choir director. So I just grew up around people who made gospel music all the time. And so I had piano at the house, drums at the house. And
we put a piano in here for you.
All right, we gonna jam?
Look, they lit it up right there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just grew up around music all the time, especially in church, and I always loved it. I always wanted to sing. Just grew up around people who loved it too, and they encouraged me. I took piano lessons when I was 4. Started singing in church choir when I was 7, and it's been my life.
God damn it, you love it.
I love it.
But you said you're celebrating your debut album, but you had music that you had albums before this independently.
I had independent albums, a couple of them. They basically were like demos that I was, trying to get signed with, but I was also selling them at my shows. So I would play. I was living in New York, and I was working in the daytime as a consultant. So like this very like white collar job in the business world, corporate world. But at night, I was trying to get signed, and I would play gigs around New York. So I would sell my little demos at the shows. And so that I graduated college in 99, moved to New York in 2000. I got signed in 04, and Get Lifted came out in 04. So I had like those 4 or 5 years out of school where I was just trying to get signed, but also working a day job. That's when I met Ye. That's when I met a lot of the people that I wrote the first album with was during that time.
Okay, we're going to get back to that. But is this true? That you have to eat a rotisserie chicken meal before every
That's in my show writer. That wasn't in this writer.
yeah. We were offended that you ain't ordered the rotisserie.
That's in my concert writer, yes. I do eat it. I don't eat the whole chicken, but I order half a chicken.
Okay, rotisserie. Why rotisserie chicken?
I just like the feel of it.
Boston Market? Is Boston Market
accepted? Boston Market, yeah.
Okay, I fuck with Boston Market.
I fuck with Boston Market, too.
Why is it called Boston Market?
It used to be called Boston Chicken. It started as Boston Chicken, then it became Boston Market.
Because that's how they chicken. I've been to Boston. I've never seen that chicken in Boston. I'm just asking. Like, anybody else have?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because I've never seen that chicken.
Did it start in Boston? Hassan's from Boston.
That's the reason why. But have you ever had that Boston Market chicken in Boston? Yeah? Okay, all right. My bad.
I love Boston Market.
My bad. He's serious about his shit, too. I respect him. I respect it. So we established you don't get mad.
I'm very mellow guy. It's rarely do I lose my cool.
Now I gotta ask you this straight up. We had Kanye on this episode.
Yes,
on this.
I saw.
And
we had two different episodes.
Yes,
and this is your according to your words, as you're saying, this is like your mentor, somebody that you looked up to,
absolutely.
Somebody that puts you on.
We made a lot of great music together, and we came up together.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes does it disturb you, or how did you feel? Like,
oh, absolutely, it disturbs me. Some of the things he says, and I'm not as disturbed for me because what he said about me, I didn't care. I mean, right. Obviously, it was a good thing for him and for me that he signed me.
Right.
I wasn't worried about the literal words that he said. I didn't take it personally. Right. But I just feel like a lot of times he seems to be going through shit, and every once in a while we'll get these flurries of outbursts from him, and It's sad, man. I don't love seeing it, man. I don't love seeing it for him.
Because you know him, like these people. To most people, and I don't want to stay on this. I'll get off.
Yeah,
but most people, it's entertainment, right?
Yeah, and it's like,
but that's your brother,
and it is outrageous, and sometimes it's funny. Like, and some of my friends will text me, "You hear what Kanye said?" Yeah, right. I'm like, yeah, but part of it's sad, Right. It's sad seeing it, and I still look at him as one of the most important artists that we've ever had, and I still some of his music is just truly incredible, groundbreaking, world-changing, and still holds up now. And I just feel like it's a shame that it gets clouded by all the other shit.
Right. God bless, man.
Yeah.
But hold up, because to go more to the musical side of it, that journey that when you guys connected in the beginning, what was that like? How? What stage of his career and for you, and what was that whole beginning?
That was good music, correct?
Yeah. So it didn't even exist. Good music didn't exist when we met.
Okay.
So I'm a new artist. I'm, like I said, working by day as a management consultant in New York. One of my roommates I went to college with, his name is Devo, and Devo had a cousin from Chicago that was about to move to the area, and his name was Kanye West. So Devo,
so he's not known neither.
No, but he had just started working with Jay and Dame and all them at Rockefeller.
Okay,
and he had just him and Just Blaze basically did the whole blueprint.
Yeah. That's right.
So when I met Kanye, it was May of 2000, or late spring or early summer 2001. And I remember because it was at Jimmy's Uptown, and I recorded that show at Jimmy's Uptown in Harlem.
Jimmy's Cafe?
Yeah, Jimmy's Uptown.
Cafe?
Yeah, in Harlem.
He's gonna stab you. I'm telling y'all. He's gonna stab somebody.
So I'm doing a show there, and we recorded it, and we actually put out a live record to my fans of that recording. So that's why I knew when I met him, was because it was that day that we recorded the show. And my roommate's like, you gotta meet my cousin. He just moved to New York, and he's producing for Rockefeller. And we met, and then we started working together a few months later. He was working on his demo, and he was trying to get signed as a rapper, but everybody was like, yeah, you keep making beats.
Serious.
Yeah.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Because Pharrell always downplays when me and Pharrell met, right? Pharrell was cocky as shit, even as a person that was coming up. Was Kanye cocky?
Yeah, he was cocky.
Okay, all right, cool. It suits him right.
He's not the same as he was back then, but he's always had a strong sense
he was
of
the shit.
self-belief.
Okay, yes. Okay. All right, yeah. Because Pharrell was he's so humble now. I'm like, no, motherfucker. I remember you in the beginning.
But when the guy told you, my cousin, did you already know about his production?
No, it wasn't out yet.
Oh, yeah. So
the blueprint came out 9/11. Remember 9/11?
Yeah.
On the day of 9/11.
And that's Ye's debut as a producer.
That was his first big moment as a producer.
Big.
So he had H to the Izzo, which was a single.
Right.
Before the album came out. And then he had a few cuts on the album, and then Blaze did the other side. So it was just both of them were the album, basically. So that soul sample sound was the whole blueprint sound, and Ye and Just Blaze did the whole thing, basically.
And he's telling you this, and you believe him?
I'm like, let's meet him. At this point, I'm trying to get signed too, and I'm like, let's try it. Right. I don't know him, but we'll see. And you never know with hip hop producers, because some aren't musical enough, because they're more beat driven. And I'm an R&B artist. I'm more soulful, so I want somebody that still has some musical underpinnings.
Right.
And the good thing about Ye was he was using all the soul samples, and the music was very soulful. Right. So it was the perfect blend of soul and hip hop for us to work together. So we start working together late 2001, early 2002. He gets in an accident.
So you met him before the accident?
Before the accident.
Oh, wow.
And
I didn't know that.
I think he was signed by the time he had the accident, but Dame and him, our impression was they signed him just so they could keep him in-house for beats.
For beats.
Right.
Yeah. Not because they really thought he was going to be a successful
when you say
solo
our
artist.
impression, who you talking about? You?
Me, Ye, Don C, the
Don
crew.
C.
Yeah. So we got
John
this.
Monopoly?
Yeah, the whole crew. Okay. Yeah, so I started to get to know them later, but, you know, Devo was working with him, my roommate. He was like basically running his production company. And so, you know, Kanye really believed in himself as a solo artist, and a lot of his team did, but I felt, and a lot of us felt like Rockefeller didn't. So he gets in an accident.
Can I tell you real quick something to add to the story? I was working for Def Jam at the time. And they weren't pushing him as an artist.
Yeah.
He went and he got the list of all the street teams, sent the white labels of his singles,
he was hustling,
and started a conference call with himself and all the street teams.
Yeah.
Said, yo, we pushing this, like himself.
Yes.
Outside of the infrastructure of the label.
He was so entrepreneurial. He put out his own mixtapes. He got in an accident and made Through the Wire.
Right.
And then he started just camping, because he got in an accident in LA.
Right.
So he started just camping out at the W in Westwood in LA.
Westwood, okay.
Yeah. And so I would go out there from New York whenever I had time, and we would work on College Dropout with him. And I wrote Used to Love You out there, and some of my songs for Get Lifted. And that's when I started to see, after the accident, this new sense of like, this man is on a mission.
Right.
And it started with Through the Wire, but then I heard Jesus Walks and all these other records. I'm like,
wow.
Yo, this is going to be... And I played piano on Lauryn Hill's Miseducation. So...
What?
You
played...
You was on that album?
I played piano on Everything Is Everything on Lauryn Hill's album. And I said to Ye, when I was listening to Jesus Walks, I was like, I feel like I was part of one album that changed the world in 98, and album is about to do the same thing in 2004.
And you got credit for Lauryn Hill?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you
under John Stevens, yeah. I wasn't John Legend yet.
Stevens,
yeah.
Yo, that's wild, man. That's crazy.
Because how did you go? Wait. Let's just finish this, right?
So anyway, that time was crazy because we're all out in LA. We're meeting up with him. He's recovering from the accident, but he's got this new sense of purpose. And he's making the best music of his life up to that point. And it just felt like the momentum was there, and it was going to be a big, special album. And it was.
Sure was.
Yeah.
But how about the Grammy family? Like,
yeah.
You had the whole industry shook up.
Yeah.
Every Monday at one point.
We were doing the Good Fridays.
Yeah, Good Friday. Yeah. My bad. I said Monday. That lets you know how much I'll be drinking. Right. But, like, was that something that y'all all got together and said, we're going to fuck up the industry?
I think sometimes Ye just gets in that, like, creative, like that just extra excitement, and he's ready to, like, he's just got all these ideas and he just wants to get them out. And he's like, let's do Good Fridays. That was the time he was like, everybody at the studio needs to wear a suit and tie. And so everybody was dressed on like they was in Reservoir Dogs at the studio. And he called it the Rosewood era. It was like a whole thing. So sometimes he just be on one, and he's like, that's his thing at that time, and that's what he be on.
That's ill.
Yeah.
God damn it. I wish I would have gone to the studio with a goddamn Reservoir Dog. Oh, Jesus.
He called it the Rosewood era.
So then you get, so now getting into your project, transitioning from his.
So it was all happening at the same time, though. So we were working on, like, Used to Love You and some of the joints from Get Lifted during the same time that we're working on College Dropout.
Really? At the same time?
It was all happening at the same time. We're both trying to get, I was trying to get signed after he had already gotten signed to Rockefeller. And I eventually signed to Good Music. And my roommate was running the label for him. So I was basically signed to my roommate's label with his cousin. And eventually, after College Dropout came out, that was when the industry really started to be like, okay,
right, we
fuck with the whole crew. So before that, we took the same music to all the labels and they turned us down, or they gave us a low offer. And when College Dropout came out, everybody changed their tune. We had a bidding war, and I signed with Columbia.
And who was the crew at the time? You, Consequence?
GLC, Don C. I mean, those were the artists. Me, Consequence, GLC, and Ye. Those were the artists, but then Don C, John Monopoly, the whole crew was, we were touring together. Right. We were opening for Usher together. That was the crew.
Crazy, man.
Did you ever think Like, cause y'all was like almost like the modern day Wu-Tang Clan, right? but
not exactly. Okay,
but with different, like you had Pusha T, you had Consequence, you had you had Kid Cudi, Big Sean. Like
during that Good Fridays time, that was that roster was crazy.
I'm gonna be honest. As an industry person, we were scared of that Friday. We did not like it. Like I'm just being honest. Like now I can say I'm not fucking making music no more. So
those records like Click and some of those records were insane.
Yeah, like we were mad at y'all. Like we were like, why? Why do y'all want to just shut everything down?
Yeah, it was wild. And then right around that time, right after that time. Jay and Kanye started working on Watch the Throne, like probably
one
around,
or the two. This is the one.
This is the main Watch the Throne.
Yeah, it's the only one.
Yeah. So this is around 2012, 2013. He's up in the Mercer. They talk about it in the song, the Mercer Hotel in New York. And
I'll tell you something about a car. Let's let you know I ain't getting money.
So they were literally in the Mercer Hotel, and he just brought his studio equipment in there and was making Watch the Throne with Jay. And then we made Love in the Future, my album that came out in 2013 in that same hotel. And so All of Me was on that. I didn't do that one with Ye, but Ye produced the whole, executive produced the whole album. And that was another crazy time. So there's been these times when Ye's really on a creative tear and producing some of the best music of that era. It was incredible.
No. Again, like I said it earlier, I feel like you never had a bad day. Right? I just feel it because I just feel like you're a positive person, which is really, 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 really dope to see in this day and time because there's a lot of negative shit going on.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you regret?
I mean, I have regrets there's things I would do differently now, but I don't think about regrets because I feel like everything that happened. And I wouldn't be here if all of it didn't happen. Like the good and the bad.
Good, bad, and ugly.
I just feel like all of it brought me to where I am, and I love where I am. And I learned from everything.
God damn, that was the most John Legend, I gotta ask you, do you rewind time?
I only got a little bit of gray right here.
All right, I got.
I'm not trying to get rid of it yet.
I'm rewinding.
I'm trying to be like him.
Yeah.
I'm coming out with fast forward time.
Yeah, he's coming out with the gray version. Where
I got 10 grays down here.
He's coming out with the version where you can make your beard grayer.
Grayer.
Yeah, it's okay. One of the most beautiful records in the world. All over the world. Not New York, not America, ordinary people.
Thank you.
One of the most, humblest records in the world.
Thank you.
How did you make it?
So that started with will.i.am and the Black Eyed Peas. So I had the same manager as them, David Sonnenberg, and we, when he signed me, he was like, I'd love to get you in with will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas. And at the time, it was before they really blew up with Fergie and everything. They were still...
like an underground group.
Pre-Fergie, Right. So, but he was always a dope producer. And so I went out to L.A. the first time, and we wrote She Don't Have to Know. We wrote something for a compilation album that Will was doing. And then Will really liked writing with me. I wrote a hook for the Black Eyed Peas. And then after I got signed, it was the summer 2004. I just gotten signed in May. And he was in New York, and he was like, can you come by Hit Factory? When we used to have Hit Factory in New York. Remember that? And
57th Street.
Yeah, right around there. And then, so he was in the studio, and he was like, can you just write some hooks for us? I love writing with you. So he would just play beats, and I would just see what hook I could come up with. And I came up with, we're just ordinary people, to a beat. So it wasn't like stripped down piano ballad like it was on my album. Right. It was to a beat. And it was going to be a hip hop song for the Black Eyed Peas.
That's wild.
With me on the hook.
in mind thinking of the Black Eyed Peas?
I wrote the chorus just listening to the music and seeing what came to my head. Did you record that beat? I recorded it that night, just the hook.
Right.
And then a few days later, I'm like, well, you can keep every other idea I wrote, but I want to keep Ordinary People for myself. Right. And he was like, okay, no problem. I was like, I'll let you produce it. No problem. Like, but I feel like it'll be a better R&B song than like a pop, hip hop song. And I started messing with it on tour. I went on a European tour with Kanye, and every sound check, I would write more of the verses to Ordinary People. And so I basically wrote the chorus in the studio with Will and the verses on the road with Ye. And I recorded a demo back in LA on just piano. And I played it for everybody, and I was like, yeah, will.i.am's gonna produce it, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's like, don't fuck with that, leave it alone. And so we ended up leaving it stripped down, just vocal, piano, and that's how it came out. And back then, remember the samplers you used to get as a DJ? So they would hand out the samplers, and it was my first single, Used to Love You, with the holla, 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 and then 3 snippets of other tracks from the album, and then it ended with a full version of Ordinary People. Yeah. So this is, late 2004. I'm out on the road with Usher and Ye from August to October. Used to Love You came out during that time, and we're promoting it at every stop on the Usher tour. I'm going to do radio, and we're giving them the sampler. And in Chicago, they were like, yeah, Used to Love You is cool, but they just decided at WGCI they were going to start playing.
They made that the single.
Ordinary People, and they made it the single by it blowing up in Chicago first, and then took over.
Because a lot of people thought you was from Chicago.
Yeah.
Because of the Ye.
Because Ye and everybody. But I grew up in Ohio, but never lived in Chicago. But, I love Chicago. But, but they really claim me as their own, too, just because of the Ye connection. And they were the first ones that loved Ordinary People. And Ye loved it so much that he wanted to direct the video. So he ended up directing the Ordinary People video. So if you look at it, that's him. That's his work.
Did Will ever get upset that he couldn't produce it?
Nah, he got some publishing.
Really?
Yeah, he got some publishing, and
So he wound up not producing it.
Yeah, well, he knew that it was better that way.
Okay.
Like stripped down, it made more impact that way. And you got to think about like what was coming out in R&B at that time. There was nothing else like just like that. Just stripped down piano. Out. Alicia a little bit, but not even. It was just. It stood out from the radio, and so...
It's like a cappella.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you think you're an ordinary person?
I mean, what does that even mean? You know what?
I'm asking the ordinary person writer.
Here's what I think.
What do you mean?
Here's what I think. I think when I wrote this song, I was thinking about my parents because they had gotten divorced, then back together, then divorced again. Jeez. Right before my first album was about to come out. And so I'm writing thinking like, we don't know which way to go. And so I'm writing it based on their situation. But the bottom line is, I think no matter if you're rich or poor, celebrity or not, like everybody goes through shit in their relationships. Yeah. And in that sense, yes, I'm an ordinary person.
I love that answer, but you're not.
There's a lot of extraordinary things about my life, yes.
Yeah. Do you think, so many people say overnight success, right?
Right.
That shit doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. It almost never happens that way.
It never happens.
Yeah.
But do you think that you fast forwarded from that child prodigy to superstardom?
Well, it didn't feel like fast forward to me because I'm like working a day job, working a corporate job.
I'm just asking for the people.
I'm like, and I didn't get signed until I was 25, so it wasn't like I was getting signed. Like some of these artists get signed when they're 18, 19, 14, 15, and back then I thought I was ready. When I was 14, I was like singing at talent shows. I'm like, why isn't somebody signing me now? But I didn't even know what went into getting signed, or what went into being a real artist, not just a singer. You know, I'm on The Voice now, and I'm always like trying to advise these guys on what it means to actually be an artist and not just somebody who can sing. But I didn't know that back then. So you have to grow, you have to learn. And I thought I was ready then, but I wasn't ready until my mid-20s. And then, you know, it was time.
God damn.
And then, you know, the cool thing, not to interrupt your applause, but the cool thing was, I keep bringing it up, but being with Ye during that time, he became famous like a year before I did. So it was almost like I got to watch it while he was experiencing it, and I was right there. And it made it easier for me to transition into being the front guy.
What I was going to say is, do you think that process, which is a time frame now with the internet, like you said, these kids are making themselves viral and getting deals 18 or younger. Do you think that process takes away from their careers?
Well, I think I've said this before, and I really believe it, that it's hard to be sustainable if you haven't done like the prep work early on, like doing shows like when nobody's there.
Like quote unquote development in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether you develop yourself or you're in a part of a real
artist part of that
like doing a show in front of 50 people before you have to do one in front of 15,000 people. Like having that just foundation of performing and building your career, building your story, building your experiences. It doesn't mean you can't make dope music then, but it's hard to do everything right if you haven't spent some time preparing. And I really think performing, practicing as a performer, and you just look at like, we talked about Usher and even Chris Brown and Beyonce, and like some of these artists, especially ones that have to dance and sing, it's like the level of time you have to put in the studio, in the dance studio, working on the choreography, getting every little thing right. And a lot of that they did before they were famous. They were like, they were like developing that muscle before they were famous. And that's why they're still here.
It's true.
Like, that's why Usher did the Super Bowl, you know, over 20 years after he debuted. Because he made himself sustainable by putting in the work of preparation and the reps that he needed to put in. And you got to do it. And if you're not prepared when you have that TikTok hit or that viral sensation, then it could be fleeting and not sustainable.
More disposable.
Yeah, exactly.
So how was it, speaking about the Super Bowl, when you got that phone call in 2015 to perform at the Super Bowl?
That was dope, man. I was at the Detroit one. I forget which one that was, but I did one.
Did Goodell call you?
Roger did not call.
I'll fuck with you.
They always call my agent. You know, I never talk to anybody. It's like they get to my agent eventually, and they get to me eventually.
So, all right, so where you at? Somebody, and they call you and they say they want you to perform for Super Bowl.
I don't remember. Honestly, I don't really remember that.
Your life is so dope, you don't remember.
But I never like headlined like the halftime at the Super Bowl. I did like a I did God Bless America one year, and then I did a pre-performance. So I've never had like that prime slot.
That was big for us, sir. Do not downplay
it was in Usher or, you know, Kendrick or whatever. You know, it's not that halftime spot.
Okay, so let me ask you. They call you next year, 2026. John Legend headlining.
You know, honestly, I don't think it's great for artists that are more like, most of my hits are ballads. So it's like, I feel like it's better if you got a lot of up-tempo hits for the Super Bowl. So it just feels more right.
You got that?
I got a little something.
Yeah.
Nah, you can do it. I can see your halftime show.
It could be done.
All right, so if Super Bowl calls you, 2026, what is your playlist?
My set list, you know, I'll mix it up, do some up-tempos, some slows. So we'll do Green Light, we'll do Ordinary People, we'll do All of Me. Probably like Love Me Now, you know. I don't know, I have to think about it. Some features like some of the songs I've guested on.
Yeah, like Grammy Family.
Who you bringing up?
We'll figure it out. I don't know. Yeah. We'll definitely have some collabs.
It's just off top, one artist what you think you bring up?
A Snoop or Rick? Yeah, that would be good. Rick Ross. We got a bunch of dope records together.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I do.
I was making playlists of like different collabs, and I made a whole playlist just of me and Rick because it was like 10 songs.
How did that connection happen?
And the Justice League, right?
I think it started with College, and then probably College, because College was his exec at Def Jam South.
Right, he brought him to Def Jam.
Yes. So, so I don't know what came first, but Greenlight came out and he did like a remix that I heard, and I didn't even know him yet.
Like a mixtape joint.
Yeah, a mixtape joint of Greenlight where he was rhyming on it. And then not long after that, he reached out to us about Magnificent, but I think it was through College. Yeah, you know.
What's one of your favorite places to perform?
South Africa. Love Johannesburg. Yeah, crazy crowds there. Seoul, South Korea, crazy crowds.
South Korea?
Yeah, I love like London and Amsterdam a lot. In the U.S., I love DC area, Atlanta area. Miami's cool. It's like, I would say my best audiences are...
Miami's getting shit
No.
off today.
I'm not shitting. I'm just being honest. My best audiences are DC area, Atlanta area, and Chicago area, I would say. And the Bay Area. In the Bay.
I ain't gonna lie, you described the blackest cities in the world.
Yeah, you know.
Let's make some noise for you. So my wife, she's here. She's Latina, right? Do you get like any type of thing for your wife not being a black woman?
Not really, but you know, I think when we first started dating, we probably got some, but we've been together for so long, everybody's like, yeah, of course they're together. Yeah, we've been together since 2006.
So what do they call that, interracial dating?
Yeah, we're interracial. So my wife is half Asian and half white, and then I'm black. So yeah, interracial.
Yeah. Interracial. Did we make noise? Let's take a shot.
Are we clapping for that now? I don't know if we need to
my kids are interracial. They confused out this motherfucker. We all type of races out this motherfucker.
I thought we human in this motherfucker.
Is your wife like light-skinned Latina?
No, see right here.
Okay. So your kids will be like in between.
No, we got kids.
Yeah. Their kids in between.
Okay, my bad.
My kids are actually the exact same color as me.
Right.
But they just got, less kinky hair.
Oh, they don't got...
It's a little more wavy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No wave grease.
No wave grease.
Okay.
No.
Cool. Right, cool. No King of Zamunda. S-Girl.
What place have you performed at country-wise that you just were like, this is wild that I'm even here in this country, that I have fans here?
Well, the first time I went to South Africa, it was right at the beginning of my career, and you don't really know how you're going to do internationally at the beginning. And I went there, and I was like, I couldn't believe how much love I had there, and everybody knew every song. Yeah. That was amazing. But then going to Asia, going to places where they don't speak English.
That's the thing, non-English speaking places.
Yeah, so you go to Japan, and you go to Italy, you go to Spain, all these different places where people don't even speak the language that you're singing in, and then they sing the songs back to you. It feels pretty cool.
Been to China yet?
Yeah. I was just there last year.
And how was that? Was it dope? Or?
Yeah, crowd was into it. We had a good time. I'll probably go back.
And you got engaged in where?
In the Maldives.
The Maldives.
Yeah.
And then you got married?
At Lake Como in Italy.
That's my place. I love Lake Como.
You been to Maldives too?
Of course I've been to Maldives.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna lie, me and my wife turned up. Just us.
Yeah.
Because we didn't go and you went with other people?
Well, when we got engaged, it was just the two of us. We didn't have kids or anything, so we...
In the Maldives?
In the Maldives,
okay.
Yeah. And so that was 2011. And then we had already been to Lake Como as a couple, just dating.
I love Lake Como.
And it's like the most beautiful romantic place you could go. You feel like you're in heaven. And then...
the little boats.
Yeah, we're in the little boats, going on dates on a boat. It's like, life is good.
I love this shit. I love this
life is good.
That's my style.
And I always say we fell in love at Lake Como. And so we decided we would get married there. And so we got married there in 2013. And we shot the All of Me video there too. So if you look at the video.
Oh, you double dipped?
Yeah, so the whole, so it was like I got to expense some of the trip. But the craziest thing about the video is it was directed by this guy named Nabil Elderkin, and he's the guy that is the reason why Chrissy and I met.
Oh, wow.
Because he was the
director
of the very first video where we met. And Chrissy and I started dating after we met on the video set. And so this guy is responsible for us meeting, and he ended up directing the video for all of me. 7 years later.
That's dope.
And did he direct the proposal?
No, we didn't shoot that. We didn't shoot that. That was just us. That was just us.
No, I mean you want to really double dip. It's a very famous. Yeah, three things. He's a very famous guy, man. Yeah. So how was your proposal? What did you do?
So,
because you're a very smooth guy. I want to compare your shit to mine.
It was like a few months out, I decided I was going to do it, and I decided I was going to do it on this trip. I started getting the ring together and everything, and I have this little package trying to disguise the ring in my bag in case she like saw it in my bag. And so I had this nondescript just envelope with the ring package in there. And so I'm just trying to make sure she don't see it, so I can actually propose in the moment, where I want to do it. And we're flying to the Maldives, and back then you had to fly through Colombo, Sri Lanka. But now you can fly direct to Male. But before,
we flew to Dubai, spent a day in Dubai.
Yeah, and then to Male.
Yeah.
But back then you had to go somewhere.
Okay.
Dubai, then to Sri Lanka, and then
it's horrible time
to Maldives.
Okay, go ahead.
But nowadays you can go straight to Male from Dubai. So that's what we do now. Anyway, we're going to the airport and they're rifling through my bag. I'm like, y'all better not open this fucking ring, man.
Wait, customs?
Yeah, the
people.
TSA basically.
Oh, and wifey right there.
Yeah.
On this side or over there?
Over there in Sri Lanka.
They about to blow you up. All right, continue.
So they're going through, and they were just about to open that envelope, but God must have spoke to him and said, "Not now, son." Right. Because he didn't open the envelope, and I got to propose on the beach in the Maldives. So it was for like Christmas Eve dinner on the beach in the Maldives.
1, 2, 3.
We're about to have dessert, and I tell the waiter, bring out the ring with dessert, and he brings it out in a little tray, and then she sees it, starts crying, and she said yes.
All right, damn. That's similar to my proposal, but you just did it in the Maldives. Yes. But no. Let me grab about you. Hold. So, okay, Maldives. She says yes, obviously.
She says yes.
Okay.
Obviously.
And then we go over to Thailand because her mom and dad were living in Thailand at the time. Her mom's Thai. And then we show them the ring when we land at the airport, and they're like, ah! And her mom didn't really get it because she was like, okay, that's a nice ring. It's pretty.
Was you the first black person she ever saw?
I doubt it.
Just asking.
She lived in Bangkok. Black people come to Bangkok.
Yeah, they come to Bangkok to Bangkok.
And they lived in...
Oh, yeah.
And they lived in America.
Okay.
So Chrissy was born in...
And the internet, you know that, right?
I
forgot about the internet.
Chrissy was born in America, and her dad is born and raised in America, and he met her mom over there, but then they lived in America for a long time.
Okay.
But then they moved back to Thailand, and that's when I met them, when they had moved back to Thailand.
Yeah. You like Thailand?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, you
Phuket, beautiful.
Can you?
Back then.
I don't think
when they legalized, I think they stopped it.
I
think they stopped it.
I think that's legal.
Is it?
Yeah,
I think it's legal.
it was legal.
Where they, if you do some crazy shit, they...
No, that's Singapore.
That's Singapore. Yeah, Singapore.
Singapore is close. Singapore.
Remember that kid in America that he did graffiti or something?
Yeah. Singapore is really strict. Yeah. Singapore is like you can't chew gum, and
but it's clean as fuck.
Yeah,
though.
it's very clean. It's very clean. Look, Singapore is beautiful, but it's definitely strict.
I went to Singapore one time, and this was the time where the whole economy was tobacco. And I had 2 cartons of Newports I used to smoke. And they pulled me over like I had kilos of coke.
They're like, you gotta buy it here. You gotta buy it here.
Yeah, and they this is how crazy it was. They made me throw out the cigarettes, and then they made me buy their cigarettes in customs.
Oh.
And I bought it like I definitely did it.
You got to buy local.
What's your favorite country to perform at?
Well, South Africa, Korea.
You said that.
I love playing in Amsterdam and London, and those are my favorites.
Been to Russia?
I have.
How
a couple
was that
times.
Experience?
It was before it got crazy.
We had a rough experience.
Yeah, it was before it got crazy lately, like with the war and everything. But I was there. It was like for a birthday. It was like a private birthday party or something, and some, them guys with the big money, they want somebody to come and sing their birthday party.
Moscow?
It was in Moscow, yeah, at a theater. It was beautiful.
No, they're beautiful cities.
Yeah.
Cheese Louise, Papa Cheese.
I've been just about everywhere. There's very few places I haven't been, but yeah.
You performed in Kuwait?
Not Kuwait, but I played Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, bunch of Middle Eastern places, yeah.
Yeah.
Morocco.
I feel like I should take a shot for him performing everywhere. Yes.
Worldwide, baby.
Yes.
Like N.O.R.E. My shots are gone. Now here we go.
Oh shit.
These are the tiniest shots.
Yeah, because we
There's like 5 of them equals
we don't
one.
want you. We don't want you to get drunk. Yeah. And we want you to catch your flight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Salud.
Cheers. Cheers.
So if anything in your whole career, right? Mm-hmm. You have a beautiful, lovely career, beautiful wife, beautiful children, beautiful everything.
Apparently never have a bad day, according to you.
Listen, I'm spreading the rumor.
Zero bad days.
I'm being honest. I'm spreading the rumor. So when you leave here, it might read, John Legend never has a bad day. It might just read that. I'm just being honest. But by the way, this is one of my friends, right? This is my friend Sonny D. B.E.T. He's never had a bad day. I hate him.
I love that for you.
Like in a good way. Like
He's never had a bad day, and Haiti is the source of everything.
In a good way. Like in a good way, if ever I'm having a bad day, I call him and he'll simply say some foul shit like, shut the fuck up. Let's go outside and we'll have a great day.
Yes.
I cherish people like that.
Yeah.
Is that who you are? Can I call you on a bad day and you be like, shut up, nigga, let's go get some ice cream?
I'll try to find the bright side. I'll try to find the bright side for you, man. I'll try to find the bright side for you.
Mm.
He wants you to start a hotline for him.
Yeah, I gotta be his friend.
John Legend, never have a bad day.
Yeah, never have a bad day.
That's an AI app. There you go. There's an idea for you.
Back in the when they first started doing the voice activated assistant for Google,
Right.
they made me the voice of it. So
Really?
I had to literally go to the studio and just record myself saying
All kinds of
a
words.
jillion things. Excuse me.
That must have been a great check, though.
Yeah, it was a good check. But it was a lot of work. It was like literally 10 days in the studio of like 6 to 8 hour days of just reading things.
Does that still exist?
No, it was like a 1 year promotion. So you could, if you had one of those Google Home things,
Right.
You would have my voice on it for a year. And
So
then
you was like Siri?
I was like Siri for Google.
I would buy you a Siri.
That doesn't sound right at all.
You know what I mean? Hold on, I'm gonna take a piss.
Have you done more things like that in the tech space?
I've done a lot of stuff, yeah. Well, we worked with them on their AI project too, Google's too. Yeah.
So one thing that I'm curious about in the R&B space, in terms of related to hip hop space.
Yeah.
So in the hip hop space, generationally we're looking at the differences in the sound. Do you see that in the R&B space as well? Where
Some, but I think a lot of R&B artists still like hold on to some of the classic sounds, but they're always like. But the thing is, R&B and hip hop are so close. Like we work with a lot of the same producers, and so a lot of things that are happening in hip hop we're doing as well. But there's still a lot of R&B artists I think that like the classic sounds too.
Do you ever feel like you are hip hop just by the nature of how you came up?
I feel I'm so connected to hip hop. I feel like I've made so many hip hop records. I literally was going through, because we're doing some promotions for my anniversary of Get Lifted, and I was going through all the hip hop collabs I have and making a playlist, and it's massive. Like the list is crazy. So yeah, hip hop is so core to my career and my musical identity and everything.
So has John Legend rapped?
I have. go back and listen to a record with Consequence. He wrote the raps.
Okay.
And he like produced my session. But I did rap with him on a song.
Did you enjoy that experience?
I did. I feel like I'd be better at it now. Like I just have more understanding of what I would.
So you
and I've been writing raps actually for a Broadway show.
Really?
Yeah.
Writing raps?
Yeah.
He rhymed.
Well, he's talking about how hip hop is so important to my career, and I was talking about how many times I've been on hip hop records, my whole life, my whole career. But he was like, "Have you ever rapped?" And I said, "I did one record with Consequence where he wrote the raps and I did them."
Wow.
But I've actually been writing raps for Broadway for a show I'm writing.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Dude, what's your relationship with Consequence?
He hit me like a couple weeks ago.
I love Consequence.
Yeah, like I don't talk to him a lot, but all love. We were like in the early days of touring, we were roommates. Like,
Really?
So he'd have, you know, when you have a broke artist and you just on tour support, like everybody got double up. So you sleep in the double rooms. He's in one bed, I'm in the other. So Cons was my roommate.
Who was these other people that's on the tour? Consequence, you.
GLC, Don C, Ye.
John Monopoly?
Monop would come out a lot. Really though.
Y'all doing tour buses or not?
We were on tour buses.
Those are rigorous.
Yeah.
Those tour buses are.
I like tour buses.
Man.
Well, I get the Star Bus now. Yeah, I get the Star Bus now. Because I got the bed, I got the actual big bed. Everybody else is in bunks and then you're in the nice bed.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but I don't mind it because as a singer, you don't love being up and down in the
because of the pressure?
in the air. Yeah, it's not.
It messes with your vocals.
You just get dry and going up and down all the time for shows.
Messes with your sinuses and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so it's easier for just to be on the bus.
You know why I love good music? I'm gonna be honest with you. I came up in an era where we had to be gangster, right? Mm-hmm. And we had to keep up that gangster.
Yeah.
If you not gangster for 1 week,
Yeah.
there's someone who will come and try to take that slot.
Yeah.
That same week. You're just trying to chill. I got introduced to a person named Pharrell. Mm-hmm. His first lines he ever said to me was, "I don't have a gangster bone in my body." At the time, I could have been like this egotistic maniac and been like, what? Because he had on a medium shirt, I had on a 5X.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the time of hip hop, right?
No, I know.
And I chose to believe in that movement.
Yeah.
Right? I chose to believe. I was like, fuck that. You don't have to be gangster.
But Pharrell knew how to make gangster beats for y'all.
He knew how to make yes. He knew how to make. And me and Pharrell made all this. But to me, I always remember those first words that he said to me, and then it trickled down to good music, right?
Yeah.
And I always loved y'all because that's what y'all represented. Y'all didn't represent the gangster part of life. Y'all represented the ordinary people part of life.
Yeah, and most people aren't gangsters, you know?
Right.
And so,
definitely.
And you know, the thing about us being attracted to artists that describe that life, it is attractive because it's just like you want to watch Scarface or you want to watch the gangster movie. And so there's something appealing about that, even if you haven't lived that life, like you're fascinated by that life. And so I see why people love gangster rap, but it also helped Kanye stand out when he was like wearing the polos and talking about dropping out of college when he was on the same label with guys rapping about dealing coke. It was like, it made him stand out, you know?
But I'm giving it to y'all in its entirety.
Yeah.
It's because it was all of y'all. Like, Like, I mean.
But I wasn't rapping, so like I didn't have to be gangster. I was singing.
Nah, but you were
singing panties off.
That was the outfit. All you guys were in.
But I didn't have to be gangster though. But as a rapper, that was a bold thing to do, to like not to be the only non-gangster.
I think that was very gangster of Kanye to be that way.
It's bold. It's authentic. Yeah.
All right. And now we have a whole genre of that music, but then we have a whole genre of dead music.
Jesus, Christmas.
These people rhyme about killing people. And it's crazy because I'm quote unquote against the rapper. And I listen to this shit like, oh.
No, but you're saying it wrong because you guys were rhyming about killing people in a way. The kids are literally rhyming about killing people for real.
Like, you talking about drill stuff?
We talking about
drill is mostly in New York, right? Is that
no.
What's drill?
It's all over. It's all over.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, where did it start?
Chicago gets gets where it starts from.
I'm not really tapped into drill. I'm gonna be honest.
And London.
Yeah.
Well, London, like there's city like New York has its own version that's drill, and then London.
Like I'm so green. Like one day I was just.
What's like a hit song?
Too old to really
What's
talk
like
about
a hit
it,
song
to be
that's
honest.
drill?
I mean, Bobby Smurda. Bobby Smurda.
Yeah, but
I think that was for New York.
But I even think it's changed so much from them. Yeah. It's gotten so much like where they really like, because they're using social media with the music to really like, this is what I'm really doing. But they're like outing themselves. It's just wild. It's wild.
Well, what do you think about the whole movement to not hold like a record against a person, like how with Thug,
right?
In the case, you can't like quote the lyric.
It blurs the lines.
Yeah,
it's really complicated.
Yeah,
it's really complicated, man.
Yeah.
Like I really think that art should be separated from the judicial system in that sense.
Yeah,
because you should be able
Bruce
to.
Willis can't be charged with Die Hard.
I agree.
Like Picasso, like what the fuck?
I believe you shouldn't be able to hold someone's song against them. You got to have real evidence that they did something,
right.
and not just that they rapped about something.
Right. I watched Die Hard. That nigga killed 19 niggas for sure.
Exactly,
for sure.
And so,
but he really didn't. That's the problem.
Well, the thing is, it's not. But the point is, it's not enough proof to say someone made art about killing somebody. You have to be able to prove they actually did it.
Absolutely,
right.
Absolutely.
Because I remember you being against the stop and frisk.
Yeah,
you was fully against the stop.
Yeah, now I'm generally like trying to find ways to make everything more just for us, you know? And so I don't like the idea of them holding songs against us. I don't like the idea of stop and frisk. I don't like the idea of illegal searches in general. And I'm just always going to be on the side of standing up for us and not locking a bunch of us up.
That's why we're running for president.
Yeah.
2020. 28? What is it? 2010?
Yeah, 28 is the next one. But
Carrie Underwood, goddamn. Oh, holy moly, guacamole. I got more than...
I'm going to go pee-pees now. You don't need to go to the bathroom?
I might as well go now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right there, that way.
Yeah, I'm going to ask myself a question. I don't like the cold. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, is that
Where are your people from?
I'm Puerto Rican and black.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
I don't think any side of my side wants to reside with the cold. Yeah, like why? Like I put in my whole time in New York, and then I moved to New Jersey. Yeah. I did all the like walking with my Timbs in the snow.
You're like, no more of that.
And now I like Louis Timbs, so it's like a little different.
Yeah, you don't want them to get all fucked up.
Like, why can't I just be like who I am now? Like, fuck that. I deserve the right
to wear your Louis Timbs.
That's right. I deserve the right. God damn it. God. And you say you're working with Pharrell. What are y'all doing?
We just started working on a new album. We never
a whole album.
We never done like a whole big thing together. He just did a couple songs with me years ago, and he just called me up in December. Was like, I really am inspired. Like, I've been thinking about your music and my vision for it. I feel like we should just get in and see what happens.
Wait, he hit you out the blue saying this?
Out the blue.
That's the type of person.
It makes sense. Makes sense.
He just, you know, he's so creative and he gets inspired, and so I've been over to Paris to work with them, and we're going to do it again in March. So we'll see what happens.
So that's your next album.
Yeah, I mean,
are we announcing this to the people that your next album is fully produced by Pharrell?
I'm not going to say...
Fully produced?
Yeah, I'm just going to say...
Executive produced?
Yeah, I'm saying we're getting in and he's going to EP the record, yeah.
So that's executive produced. Dope.
What is something that you did back then that you wish you could have did right now? Like back then, I'll give you an example. You want me to give you an example? My friend of mine is named Tata. I have this #1 record. It's called Boricua. I'm Latino. I'm all over the place. Tata comes
all over the place.
Tata comes to me and says, I want a girl to do a remix to this record.
This is Tata, Jay's Tata?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And he says, I want a girl to do a remix to this record, and I got you, just listen to me. I don't want to say I said no. I didn't say no. But when they asked me the payment, it was like, it was 15 grand. And I was like, this woman wound up being Rihanna.
Oh.
Biggest mistake of my whole career.
I don't have one like that.
You don't have one? You got one.
No, I don't have one that was like, John, we want you to feature with this or that artist, and then they went on to blow up when I said no. I haven't done that, honestly.
So if you've never said no to somebody that...
I'm trying to think of something. I can't think of anything.
So does that mean you say yes to everybody?
No, it
no
just means the ones I say no to, I don't regret. I've said yes to a lot because, I got a lot of collabs out there, but I've definitely said no to some. But it didn't come back to bite me, honestly.
Because not for nothing, Sonny D, he's got a record ready. Just shoot it up. We got the studio ready.
No, I'll tell you a funny story. We had Nas on here.
Yeah.
Who's my brother.
Yeah.
And Nas, so I said to Nas, I said, because I feel like the same way I feel about you, that you didn't have a bad day in your life, I feel like Nas, no one would tell Nas no. Like, I've been in a club with Nas, and all these gangsters,
everybody loves Nas, man.
And then when they see Nas, they go, oh.
He's royalty, though.
And I'm like,
I love it. I love it, right? He's royalty.
But I asked Nas, I said, yo, has anybody ever told you no?
Yeah.
And Nas was like, maybe no. And then I was like, nah, someone told you no. And then he said, Prince.
Okay, there you go.
And then I said, why did Prince tell you no? You know why Prince told Nas no? He said, do you own your masters? And Nas said, I don't own my masters. And he said, well, get back with me
when you do
own your masters.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to ask you this question.
Was there another part to that, too, where he said, I don't want to put them through college or something?
Like, you put your kids through college?
He said, I don't want to put the execs kids through college. Yeah.
So now I want to ask you this question again. Has there ever been anybody that ever fronted on you?
Fronted them and like said no to me?
Yes.
Oh yeah. There's been artists that passed on, like I'll reach out and ask for somebody to feature on a record and they'll pass for different reasons. Like sometimes I think with rap, especially if you want an MC to get on a record, they really have to hear that beat and feel inspired to write. Yeah, hear themselves on it.
Right.
And sometimes they don't. And it's fine.
So give me an example.
I don't take it personally.
Give me an example.
Oh, who's passed? Yeah. I mean, Andre just passed on something. 3,000. But like, recently? Andre passed on everything. So.
Yeah.
He couldn't even play flute on the shit with
they were like, and the guy that I go through is a good friend of both of ours, and he was like, if you asked him to play flute, he might have done it, but...
you should have started with flute first.
Because you have a beautiful record.
It was for the remix. It was for the remixes. Okay. It was the one...
The remix or the remakes?
It was one of the remixes that we did for the Get Lifted
we need Andre rapping more, bro.
And he was like, if you asked him to play flute, he might have said yes. But, Andre be on what he's on at that time. And if he ain't on rapping at that time...
Take a shot.
You gotta respect
Andre saying no, because we should have knew that.
Let's get it.
And I don't be mad at it. I'm like, okay, you're not in the right place to do it, But
you got a record with Andre. And also, Lip Sync Battle.
Yeah.
I did Andre's record.
Yes. But yes, we did Green Light together. That was our, single we did together. We did the video. He really helped come up with the concept for the video too. And it was incredible working with him for that. And then when Chrissy was co-hosting Lip Sync Battle with LL, I came on and did Hey Ya.
Dope.
With the full wig and everything. It was something. Lip sync was a time.
Yes. God damn it. Who's your favorite rapper all the time?
Jay. Yeah. I say Jay, and then I feel like Kendrick is almost there now. Like it's like I was talking to Charlemagne like probably 2 years ago, and we were still like Are we putting him in the top 5 already? Because he's younger than everybody else.
Oh, yeah,
in the top 5.
In the top 5.
No, he was in the top 5.
Well, we were discussing it. We were discussing it because he was younger than everybody else that normally you would put in there. And I was like, at this point, you got to put him there.
He's just so prolific.
Yeah.
2 years ago, he was way better already.
And I was like, at this point, you already got to put him there and he never lets you down because all the records are dope, the singles are dope, and the videos are dope.
Everything was different.
Yeah, the videos are crazy, his shows are crazy. Like, you got to put him right up there.
Who's your favorite R&B singer?
Stevie.
Of all time.
Stevie.
Okay, Stevie.
Seeing Stevie or non-Steven Stevie?
He's always Stevie.
Don't answer that question.
He's all seeing Stevie.
Who's your favorite jazz player?
I'm not super into jazz, truthfully.
Slime, you look like a jazz player. I'm gonna be honest. If R&B didn't exist, you look like you would be on a flute.
I'm not like deep into it. I'm more like, I know some Miles Davis records, some John Coltrane, some like, like the older singers like, Louis and Ella, and I listen to some of that, but I'm not like deeply into jazz.
And the jazz? Damn.
Well, who's your favorite jazz artist? Louis Armstrong?
That's right.
Louis the man. And I like his singing voice. I like his singing voice.
That's all I got.
I like the raspy singing voice too. Like, he was dope.
Who's your favorite reggae artist?
Buju.
Nice.
Badman. Buju?
Blaka.
Right.
Buju, yeah.
Now I'm gonna fuck you up.
I've done a couple records with Buju. I love Buju.
I said reggae.
No, that's dance hall, yes.
Now, who's your favorite dance hall?
Okay, so Buju dance hall, yes.
All right, dance hall.
If we're being more specific, yes.
Okay, now let's go back to reggae.
Reggae, Bob Marley.
Yeah. But you made records with Buju?
I have a couple records with Buju,
Really?
Yeah. The first one we did together was on my Evolver album. It's called Can't Be My Lover. And it's
I'm gonna
fire.
go back to. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
go back to
and then I've been on a couple of his projects.
Dope.
Yeah.
Cheese Louise, Papa Cheese. Yeah, man.
Dang.
Yeah, man.
There you go. Y'all on?
Yeah. Reggaeton take over.
Yeah, we're all Jamaican today.
Who's your favorite reggaeton artist?
Reggaeton.
Have you dabbled in that?
No. Do we count Bad Bunny? Is he reggaeton?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not very well versed, so I'm not.
I mean, you don't count.
Who's your favorite reggaeton artist?
Yeah, that motherfucker's reggaeton.
I love Bad Bunny, but I don't know it very well, honestly.
And he got conscious.
Yeah.
He got like Marcus Garvey on his album.
He stands up for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, because listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. He said it might be a Puerto Rico without Puerto Ricans. That shit is fucked up.
He stands up for Puerto Rico. Yeah. Like, he's very political. And his music is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would collab with Bad Bunny?
Absolutely, love to.
Okay. Would that be a go-to feature?
If I had a reggaeton artist?
Yeah.
I mean, why
not? Latin America.
Aim for the top. I've worked with like singers in Latin America. So I work with like Juanes and Sebastian Yatra and
I like how you got the accent.
Noel from Sin Bandera. Who else? I haven't done a record with Shakira. I would though. I've worked with a few Latin artists over the years. But they've all been singers. I haven't really done any reggaeton.
Okay. Now, here's where we gotta go. Who's your favorite dance hall artist?
We kind of just
Buju.
Oh, we said dance. We said Buju. Okay. Reggae artist, I'm saying. He's going
through everything. He said Bob Marley. We're going through every genre.
We said Bob Marley. I'm fucking up.
Fuck it.
It's the weed.
Who's your favorite electronic artist?
Who's your favorite DJ? How about that? DJ. If you get married, Maldives,
Well, you know who played my last big party?
Who?
Kid Capri.
Legend.
I went back.
Absolute legend.
I went back. And it was amazing, honestly. And Biz Markie played our wedding.
What?
So that was
rest in peace.
So Biz Markie,
did he play the Vapors? Did he play the Vapors?
No, he DJ'd, bro.
He DJ'd.
Did he play the Vapors?
Sure he
did a couple of his songs.
He usually would DJ a song and perform it a little bit.
Just a couple, but mainly he's just playing records.
Yeah.
And just the party was going the whole night. So that was 2013, and then
that's dope.
And then we did our 10th anniversary in 2023, and Biz Markie was no longer with us, but Kid Capri came and
Kid Capri is one of the best to ever do it.
Crazy.
You got any more genre?
And I'll tell you why I wanted him, because I had been talking about this college party I went to when I was in school. This was in like 96. And I was like, I've never seen a party like so turned for so long. Like he just had the party on 11 the whole night, and it was Kid Capri. Yeah. And I was like,
it's my brother.
I was like, let's get him back. And so that was, I reached out to him.
No more genres?
No.
Who's your favorite whistler?
No, we're gonna keep it real.
Otis Redding.
Because you have one of the best, beautiful family stories, right? But it started out with, it's like real.
Fighting? There was fist fighting in there?
Where's this going?
I saw him go there. It started out with jab.
Because you picked out a model. He was like, no, I like her. I want her to come to the yard.
Yeah, so she was in the video with me, and then that's how we met, yeah.
And
the rest is history?
See, a lot of people, listen, a lot of people want to build up.
Oh, I know what you're asking. It started out with a bang, is what you're saying.
Yeah, a lot of people want to build up. Mom met his wife, first day, they kicked it off, and they kicked off.
He said, holla if you hear me.
Yeah.
Right? And now y'all 18 years?
We met 18 years ago.
Yeah. 18 fucking years ago.
You got kids?
We got 4 kids.
4 kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
4 kids. The oldest one's 8, and the youngest one's 1.5.
Wow. Congrats.
So the director came to you and showed you her picture?
Yeah.
And you said, I'm in.
I was like, all right.
Right.
And then we just had good chemistry, and I had a show later that night, and then we hung out after that, and we've been hanging out ever since.
You said good chemistry. That's an understatement.
And you became a great father. Listen, some
4
of y'all
years later.
Y'all motherfuckers. Yo, man, I just want to be honest with you, man. I really respect your legacy. I really respect what you're doing. I really respect how you represent for black people. Every time there's a moment, I know that John Legend is going to be there. I know that you'll be there in the forest fires. I know that you'll be there during COVID. I know that you'll be there. And that shit is just like a beautiful thing to me.
Thank you.
You know
Appreciate
what I'm saying?
it, man.
Like, because I want to watch, but I don't maybe not be there. Like, but I want to watch still. Like, I want to be like, oh shit, that shit is nice. And you be holding it down, Don Lemon style.
Okay.
Don Lemon.
That's a new one, bro.
Okay.
Travis Barker. Like that. So
what are we talking about now? I don't know where this went.
Anderson
it always goes. You want to know?
I'm a reporter now.
So what?
But hold on. Going back to the fires, is there anything before you get out of here that any true things that people could donate to that are actually impacting and helping?
Well, there's a bunch of charities that are doing great work. We always work with Baby to Baby a lot, and because they help parents that have kids and need supplies for their kids. A lot of people got displaced that have kids, so Baby to Baby is great. Of course, the Red Cross is helping. Yeah, those are a couple that we've donated to and helped out. But I would say Baby to Baby. That one's close to our heart, and we've raised money for them a lot over the years.
Any artists that you know that personally have been impacted?
Artists? Yeah.
I know, like in the hip hop world, Madlib, he lost.
Yes, I saw that.
There have been concerts.
And then Janae Aiko.
Oh yeah,
she lost her place, and then the guys we sang with on the opening of the Grammys, that was a band, a rock band, indie band called Dawes. And they grew up in that area in Altadena, and they lost everything. Their parents lost their home, and the studio, and the instruments, everything. So a lot of people lost a lot. It's crazy because when you go to LA, unless you're in those areas, you don't even see it because everything else looks completely normal. But when you go to those areas, they look like
I have family out there, and
like a war zone.
In Downey, and it's not. They're like, we don't see that.
Yeah, it's like a war zone in those specific areas, and then everywhere else looks normal.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. It's surreal. Yeah.
So all right, this is 1,000,000% all me.
It's gonna be impactful
because you were really Trump's nemesis, right? So let's suppose
it didn't work.
So let's suppose Trump says, "I want to meet with John." In the middle of Central Park.
Why in Central Park?
Because let me be in New York. No, why you be hating on?
Honestly, I would meet with him with no cameras and no like.
This is what I'm about to ask.
Like I would meet just like on some. Could I influence him? Because I feel like he's very easy. Like
I think you could.
If people get in his ear, I feel like they can convince him of things.
I think so.
And so I would do it with no cameras and just try to use whatever influence I had. But I doubt it would be useful. But it would be worth a shot. Why not?
But let me ask you. I'm gonna keep it real. Are you gonna have jokes?
Jokes?
You gotta have jokes. You gotta call him Orange. Like, you're Agent Orange. You gotta do something.
I'd be self-deprecating. I'd be like, I'm the boring ass singer with the filthy mouth.
Oh, he called you the boring singer. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, I don't know. But honestly, I believe like anybody can be talked to, and you don't need to do it for like a photo op. Do it like actually trying to accomplish something, and you never know.
And everybody should be talked to. Like if he's in a position of power,
especially if they're in power. Yeah,
you should talk to them.
Yeah,
but you would meet him.
I mean, this is not on the table, but yes.
I think it's plausible. I think so.
We have.
Yeah.
I think you don't think so.
I just think he needs someone in his ear telling him something other than what Elon and all these other guys are telling him. So if that needs to be me, fine.
Okay, so let's talk about for a second. Why did you change your name from John Stevens to John?
So the first person to call me John Legend was a guy named Jay Ivy. And he just started calling me The Legend. Jay Ivy's a spoken word artist. If you listen back to Never Let Me Down on the College Dropout, he's doing the spoken word piece on it. He's from Chicago, and I met him when we were working on the College Dropout album. And he just heard everything I was doing in the studio. I was singing on everything, playing on everything. And he just started calling me The Legend. And our whole crew just started calling me John Legend not long after that. And I had to decide whether or not I would actually use it as a stage name or just, just a nickname among our friends. And I decided I would use it. I was like, fuck it, This is announcing my presence. I'm going to say I'm John Legend. And
was there ever a thought of it sounding like John Lennon?
It started to come up later. It's funny. Some people was like, hey, it's John Lennon.
Which is kind of dope.
Yeah, it's fine. And then some of John Lennon's fans call him John Legend. I learned that later, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
But I didn't know that before. But I had to check on the trademark. And
a trademark that could infringe?
I had to check on it. So we found out that once I got signed, I'm at Sony and all the lawyers, they're about to get my album ready, making sure the clearances are right. And they're like, we need to make sure we trademark John Legend as your stage name. So they go out and look for other John Legends. And it wasn't an issue with the John Lennon, legacy estate. But there's this porn producer named Johnny Legend.
Johnny Legend's a legend. He's a legend.
I knew he was out there.
So there's a porn producer, but he also made music. So because he made music, we had
that trademark.
we had to clear it with him for me to use the name. So we found him. And my manager was like trying to be chill about it. He didn't want to make it seem like this big new artist on Sony.
There, right?
Yeah, he wanted to seem like we were just some poor kid from Ohio. And so he was like, yeah, I have this artist, and he goes by John Legend, and we don't want any trouble. Just want to negotiate a mutually non-exclusive deal.
What, the guy owned the name Legend?
He was Johnny Legend.
Oh, he was Johnny Legend.
And he was a musician. So if he had a record at a store, and I had one at the store.
He could sue.
He could be like, yo, that's confusing.
Suit.
Yeah.
There could be a suit.
Yeah,
right.
That's confusing. So we had to find him, and he agreed. We gave him, I think, $10,000, which I think was a very affordable bargain.
Back then.
But for him, it was probably good.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah. So we signed the deal. He was Johnny Legend, I'm John Legend. And he wouldn't sue me, and I wouldn't sue him.
So you kind of popping in the porn world, too.
No, you know you made it. You know you made it when fake dudes are you. You know, use your name. So my friend sent me, I don't know how he found it.
Well, he found it. So
there's a porn star that goes by John the Legend, and he's like a light-skinned dude with a beard, like trying to look like me.
Oh, you got those joints.
Yes. You know you made it when you got a porn knockoff star.
and he's cocking and saying, ordinary people.
Come on, motherfucker. Yo, John Legend, man, I really appreciate you, man, for coming out and just hanging with us.
Yeah, man.
Because this is what it is.
I've been looking forward to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We were scared.
Well, we know what happened. You know, last time my friend was on the show, and it wasn't great, but I figured I should come on at some point.
Yes.
And have our own
conversation. Not the last either.
And have our own conversation.
This is your platform.
This is the first, not the last.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to promote pink socks, I'm in.
Pink socks.
Yes.
We got the pink rosé though from LVE.
Yep.
Yeah.
LVE.
Because this love. Love, 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 love. Yeah, LVE stands for Legend Vineyard Exclusive. There it is. There it is.
Say it again. Legend
Vineyard Exclusive.
Legend Vineyard Exclusive.
LVE. So it's short for love too.
That's right.
That's what N.O.R.E's calling it. He's calling it love.
I love love.
Yeah.
I love love.
You love love?
I love love.
You love love.
I love being married.
I love love. I'm happily married,
I'm happily married.
happy to be a dad, love it all. It's good.
Yeah, why don't people praise that? Like my friend Swiss Beats called me earlier.
Great dad. Loves being a great dad and husband.
I love
yeah.
Alicia Keys. Why we don't focus on bigging that part of hip hop up?
I love it. You know,
I think we do. I think we're starting to.
We don't.
Yeah. No, I think we're maturing more.
Let me tell you something. Swiss and Alicia being at the Grammys was great, right? But if Swiss would have been with another bitch at the Grammys,
relax.
that shit would have been top line, whatever. But him being loyal.
But if it's gossip,
I hate that fact.
But if you're married consistently, why would that be anything?
It's not news. It's not news. And but fuck that. I think we celebrate couples. You know,
we should big that up. Like the thing about it, like I'm looking at Jay and his wife,
Beyonce.
Yeah, I mean that's my friend. So I'm looking at him, but I'm saying, why are we not bigging that up more?
I think they're celebrated as a couple.
I think so, too.
Why I'm not looking at you and your wife?
No,
and
I
why
think
are we not bigging that up more?
I think they're celebrated. I feel like
not in pop culture.
Well, the thing is, people like news and they like controversy. So people were excited when they saw Jay and Solange in the elevator because it was controversy. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
And so I feel like, so I really think like it's not exciting when it's just bliss and it's love. Right. And so people get more excited for the controversy side.
And the flip is, it shouldn't be extraordinary for a couple to be together a long time.
Yeah.
That should not be an extraordinary thing.
And I think the thing is with artists, especially with hip hop, like a lot of our biggest stars currently, like in the moment, are young, and they're not in that phase of life.
Right.
They're not
they're in the dating phase.
Yeah, they're in the bachelor phase of their life, bachelorette phase.
And they wilding out.
Yeah. But then by the time they're legend status like Jay, then they should be married and have kids. Yeah.
No, but this, because in our community, the culture is promoted so much of you not having a father. Now you got John Legend with his beautiful wife. You got Jay with his beautiful wife. You got Swiss Beats with his beautiful. Why are we not saying, yo, black man, black or Latino man, whatever? Let's focus on that part.
Yeah, and
let's focus on that part.
And you know, one of the myths about us is that we aren't as present as fathers. We're actually more present as fathers.
I heard the statistics.
Yeah, statistics are that we spend more time with our kids than white fathers do. We're more present. Yeah. And so, like, that's never told. That story is really never told, or it's not told enough. But that's right. Like, black fatherhood is wonderful, and we are really good fathers, and we know what it means to be present for our kids. And even if you're not married, to the mother of your child, you can still be a great father. Yeah. And so I see that example all the time. Like I have friends in my life who are really great fathers that may not be married to the mother of their child, but they still make sure they're there for everything.
Any bad fathers.
Yeah, like, and I was raised around great fathers. My dad's a great one. He was a single dad for us for a while. My uncles, all of them, like really great fathers. So I'm like, that's my example. It's like, I've seen great fatherhood, and that's not everybody's example, but the bottom line is, even when we're not married, Black fathers are very present in general, and we got to celebrate it.
Take a shot?
Yeah.
Take a shot for that.
For Black fathers, here we go.
For Black father.
Yes.
And he has a...
Latino fathers?
Latino
fathers.
Fatherhood.
Let's go.
No, let's take a shot to fatherhood.
To the fatherhood.
Yeah, to fatherhood.
I might seem like a priest, though. It's not great. We're talking about fathers.
So we...
John Legend, what do you see yourself trying to accomplish now with all the things you have accomplished?
Well, there's a couple of things I'm doing that are new. I told you before, I'm writing for Broadway. That's the first time I've ever done that, and neither of the shows I've
Even though you got the Tony already?
Well, I was producing, but I didn't write.
Okay.
I'm writing music for two musicals. So these two shows are the first time I've ever done that. And then I'm always just trying to top myself as an artist. Like, next album needs to be better than the last album. Like, every time. That's my goal. So that'll be my goal with this next album.
What about acting?
It's not a goal, honestly. If it works out and it's the right thing at the right time. But honestly, like, you're kind of like starting from the bottom as an actor, because you're like... Because I get what I get to go sing somewhere, and I sing for an hour, you know?
So you feel like it's starting over?
Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to get that for being in a film, and it's going to take 6 weeks of my time.
It does.
And it's like, is that worth it? Most of the time, it's not.
I feel like Common is the positive blueprint of that.
Because if you build long enough... Right. Then it can be worth it, but you got to be able to put that time in, because Common's been building that acting career for a long time. You can't just plop in and be like, I want, $10 million to show up for this film.
Right.
Like, you just can't do it. And so it's like, do I want to put in all that time to build up my price in there when I've already built up my price as a singer? I'd rather just keep making money as a singer.
In that, that's
and I love making music.
Right. But okay, so I know we joked about the political realm. Do you really ever see yourself jumping into?
I don't, and
because you do advocate politically.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll continue to. And people ask me all the time if I ever want to run for office, and I still don't believe I ever will, and I don't believe I'll ever want to. If I change my mind, then I'll change my mind. But I don't think I will.
I don't think he will either.
N.O.R.E, are you gonna run for office?
No, I'm running for office of you.
Office of you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you run for office, I'll be like, the guys with the helmets?
Like the security?
The January 6th nigga?
My henchman.
Yeah,
my henchman.
He's gonna January 6th for you.
Because I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. Don't be dishonest now.
No. You remind me of Barack in the most beautifulest way it is. And I spoke to Killer Mike.
Yeah.
I love Killer Mike, right?
I love Mike.
Shout out Killer Mike, man.
But I feel like Killer Mike should be mayor of Atlanta.
Atlanta. He could do it.
He definitely
I feel like he might run.
I feel like he should do it. I feel like he should do it unapologetically. Like, I feel like he should do it eating peanuts like me. What up, niggas?
Being his real self.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he cares a lot about Atlanta, put it that way. I don't know if he ever wants to run for office, but I feel like he's great at knowing what the people want in his city, and he loves his city. He advocates for his city, advocates for our community, like having our own businesses, our own property, our own wealth. And he's a great man.
But you never thought about running for president?
When I was a kid, I didn't. But since I've been an adult, I love my life. I love what I get to do now. And I don't think I would enjoy being president.
Wow.
I just don't think I would.
Actually, we got to shout out his Papa Keith is running for office, right? Commissioner. Shout out to Papa Keith from out here, yeah. He's a radio personality. He's been influential out here in the community, and now he's.
I respect anybody that puts themselves out there. My friend Hill Harper, he ran for.
Why you don't want to run?
He ran for Senate in Michigan. I was like, man, it's just stressful. He didn't win the primary, and it's like you put yourself out there.
Bro, they come at you.
Yeah, and it's like
into those things.
I'm like, I already put myself out there enough, and I get enough shit for it, and I'm like, I don't want to like actually run.
But imagine you and DL Hughley.
You guys
love DL. DL's Instagram be going off.
Be
out. You wouldn't run? Why?
You give up on this line of questioning.
No, I'm just asking because to me, I would want John Legend to be my fucking president. Like me. This is me.
I get
it. It's my personal opinion. You can look at me eye to eye. I'm not friend.
I believe you.
I believe in you that much that I feel like you can be the president.
Yeah.
Like why can't we have our own community? Support our own community.
I appreciate it.
Because you know why? You was against Trump every.
Yeah.
So why not have you?
Yeah.
I'll take a shot. This ain't even got nothing to do with it. But why wouldn't you?
What we got here? Oh, thank you, Snap.
All right, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna take something too.
Cashews. It's in the writer.
All right. Well, why wouldn't you run for president?
I just feel like it's so much negativity. I'm like, where's the positive side?
Mm.
And
so it's music. Music is
no. But when you're a musician, there's not a whole party organized to bring you down. Like all the other R&B cats don't have like organized parties.
R&B,
trying to destroy my career.
Yeah, hip hop. Yeah.
Like Usher fans aren't like outside my door with picket signs like "fuck John Legend."
It might be.
But like, if you run for office, like there's like literally half the country hates you, or they're being told to hate you, and I'm like, I'm not interested in that feeling.
I put too much on you. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just sorry because I believe in you so much.
No, I feel it.
He's your campaign.
Yeah, I'm your number one campaign.
Yeah, I know. I feel it.
But if you feel like that next year,
okay, I'll hit you.
You please hit me. Yeah. I'm gonna be like that.
Pom poms.
The John Legend, man. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you. I had such a good time.
The what? Say it loud.
I'll say it.
20-year anniversary.
We'll talk about it.
Let's go. Let's make some
20 years again lifted. Nah, I'm truly glad I got to come by and see y'all. I've been wanting to do it for a minute, and I'm glad we got to come and celebrate the 20th anniversary because I'm just grateful. And you know, I told you all these stories of like us on the come up, and like I think back on all of that when I listen to that music from Get Lifted, and I'm just grateful for everything that happened.
Yeah. Good job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie. You the only nigga that ever ordered beef jerky.
Turkey jerky.
Turkey jerky. Turkey?
Yeah.
No, don't say that.
That's in my rider too.
Cause you know I fuck with turkey. Mm-hmm. Come on, cause I don't eat beef. I don't eat red beef. You sure that's turkey?
I swear to God. You ain't gonna be able to tell because it smells the same. It's turkey jerky.
Just eat it already, bro.
Somebody went to the grocery store in here. They got it.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
He ate it already. You had to down it with a shot, though.
Do a shot.
And then we out of here.
I appreciate y'all, man. What a pleasure.
We gotta let him go, bro.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
John left.
We drink champs.
¡Eh! ¡Levántate, coño!